So we will not put too much attention on him so he can focus on what is proper to focus on.
Exactly.
Okay, so recap. What do you guys remember from last week?
We're trying to stop the party from barging into a man having sex with a young lady.
I mean, accurate. There was the
presumably
Festival of the Blazing Sun, where all of a sudden there was rain and bats and mobs of people killing guards. We locked up Vasily. No, not Vasily. What's his name? Vargas. Yep, thank you. We locked him up. We saved some people. Tried to stop the fighting. Talked Lady Walker into not just flat out killing all of Vargas's family.
Yeah, it turned out Lady Walker's son is a crazy psychopath.
No, not Lady Walker's son. Vargas's son.
Yes. Vargas's son is crazy.
Yeah. Who apparently activated the tower and is now gone. We got our tower back.
Yep.
And yeah, and then Kiki had the revelation that the butler of Vasily was someone we've seen before, and we rushed over there, trying to demand to see Irina, and that's where we left off.
Only other thing that I would call, and maybe I missed it, but just as a reminder, you did send what's her face. I'm
yes,
forgetting her name right now.
Lydia. We sent her to Barovia.
Yes,
the exiled her.
And remind me, Owen, was Pete? Was she just riding Pete over to Barovia type thing, or was it?
He was pulling a wagon.
Pulling a wagon.
Yeah, we got a wagon from the stables and loaded her up, and like, here you go.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. So, where we left off exactly was at the moment where Rahadin looked at you all, and it was just after the bard had, Irina, and the Rahadin looked at you all and he said, "Remove yourself from these premises, or I will remove you." What do you guys do?
I'm still gonna try and convince the youngins to leave the poor man alone. He has done nothing to us. He has been a complete gentleman. He even gave the paladin brand new armor. There is no reason to be treating him this way. We can come back in the morning. Allow the couple to have privacy.
Yeah. I will agree and maybe say that maybe if she could
Dark, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I know I'm kind of just on my phone.
That's okay. I turned you up.
I think maybe we could ask the butler to let Irina know that we stopped by at the very least, and then if he could do so, we will be on our way.
Bard will stop screaming and just back up.
Yeah.
So about this point, you see Vasily come to the door, and he's, what is the meaning of all this?
I'm gonna bow very deeply to him. We do apologize. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the town has been torn quite upside down by mobs, and well, it's been a very long day. And we want to ensure that Irina was safe, considering the mob became quite violent.
Yes, she was quite distraught when she came to my home. Do you wish to see her?
It would be, well, we do not wish to intrude. As long as that is more than enough for us. We can speak with her in the morning.
Yes, she does. Right now she is sleeping. She's very distressed from the day. But I will let her know you came.
Thank you. We'll come back in the morning to have breakfast with the both of you. Just to go over the events of what happened, because apparently you're quite involved, but we'll talk about it in the morning. Let everyone just kind of simmer down.
Yes, perhaps the morning is the best time, and Lord Vasily, I think you'll be happy to know that some work has been done on your armor, and I hope to present it to you so you can see it in its repaired glory. So again, thank you so much. And Owen's gonna take a deep bow, and he wants to use divine sense as he's bowing.
So you are going. It's within 60 feet, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are going to. You get really powerful, stinky smells. Just reeks. From Vasily, from Rahadin,
Mm-hmm.
and from the two servants that are standing behind in front of in front of the staircase. There's two servants standing there. So you get stinky smells from all of them.
Do the servants look
Okay.
familiar?
Sorry, what was that?
Do the servants look familiar?
They're the servants who served you when you guys were
I
here
wasn't
last.
here
They don't
last.
talk. Oh, that's right. That's right. It wouldn't look familiar
Okay,
to
I
you.
was just making sure it wasn't
Yeah.
like the ladies that were with Strahd in the beginning.
Yep. You would get. Just double checking everyone's characters now. Hold on a second. 1 second. I'm just looking. I'm going to message for the player characters. I'm going to message you privately, Owen.
Okay.
No, don't tell them. Don't tell them about me. No, kidding.
My secrets. Not my
Maybe now
secrets.
we'll finally get your name.
Never.
Your name's not Mirren, is it?
It's not Mirren.
Oh my god.
It's Martha.
Yes, my name is Martha.
See, I
so-
knew it.
The bard was throwing those accusations around before the session ended last, so Owen wanted to just see.
Maybe his
Gotcha.
name's Meredith. Have you guys seen Atlantis?
No. But I did see Batman.
So at this point, Vasily bows. He bows back and he says, "Thank you. I look forward to seeing the suit of armor. I am pleased that you have found someone capable to restore it to its rightful form." And he just kind of nods, and him and the butler move back inside and close the door.
I'm gonna look at the two youngins and be like, what on earth were you guys thinking?
Perhaps this is not
See?
a conversation we need to have in front of this board.
Perhaps not. I think the events of the today has probably put a lot of people under a lot of stress. And I look at the bard and I'm like, and if what you say is true, you're putting her life in danger. Please remember that next time.
Yes, well, I was hoping she would just walk down and we could tell her something was wrong with Yeska and she would follow us.
Oh, I'm not referring to Irina. I'm referring to Kiki.
Well, we both thought the matter was urgent.
Perhaps. Well, we'll come back in the morning and we'll sort this out.
Yes, I think it's best we maybe get some rooms at the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah, very well.
Mhm. I agree with this.
We do have the tower.
We do.
Yes.
Where would we
Well,
set
if
it
we
up?
do use the tower, we shouldn't be throwing it in the city, considering it nearly crushed some people. So perhaps we should just step outside and then.
They've already locked the
Or-
gates for the night.
Oh, right. Then perhaps we should head back then to the burgomaster's house, since it's already half destroyed anyways, and just use that. Since there's no chance of us crushing anyone.
That's alright. Come to think of it, perhaps we should stay in the inn in case Irina shows up in the morning.
Well, we already arranged for us to meet them for breakfast at his place. And if she were to leave, I'm assuming she would go to the church.
Nevertheless, we
So we
could
just
always
come
go
back
to
in the
the
morning.
inn and get some food and figure out anything from then, since I don't know about you, but I'm a bit peckish.
Okay. Dark, are you still driving?
No.
Are you home now?
Yes.
Okay. When you're all settled, let me know. Cause I need you to help me with something.
Okay, I just gotta. How do I log out of here?
Not a
There.
problem. Just tell me when you're settled. There's no rush.
Okay, so you guys are going to the Blue Water Inn?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this is. I think you guys stopped here briefly for a moment, but I don't think you guys have really explored.
We haven't
have you?
done anything really here. We've
Yeah.
had a few conversations with the barkeep about storing horses and the general feel of the town, but that's about it.
We've just been so busy, to be completely honest. From demons and dying and coming back, it's just been it's been wild.
So you guys are going into the Blue Water Inn?
Yeah, we'll step in.
Yep.
That
Sure,
for
yeah.
you.
Oh, hey, look, I'm at the bar.
And I will load you guys up down here at the bottom.
There's 2 of me now. You need to delete me.
Oh dear. An imposter.
I multiplied, guys.
It's your new skill.
Inside, it is dusk. Right, we've entered into twilight. There's actually a number, about a dozen or so people here, just Barovian citizens, kind of sitting around at the tables and whatnot.
If you have 2 characters, I think someone's sleeping with the DM.
I'm gonna walk in and just say, make way for the heroes of Valaki.
So what do you hope? Like, what are you trying to? You're just being boisterous.
Strong intention to myself.
Just give me a performance check. Let's do that.
Ooh, nat 1.
I am going to maybe wander over to him, and kind of as he does do that, it's like, does it really count if for you to be a hero if you're locked in the stockades half the time?
Well, to be fair, I saved many alive.
And they just kind of like they look over and just kind of give you like this little bit of a scowl and then go back to their own business and whatnot. And Danica at the bar, she looks at you, she says, "What have you been having today?"
If I could get,
Some ale.
if I recall, they only really have wine, and I will gladly take a cup and whatever meats and food you have.
Are you settled down now, Dark?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go down to the general chat.
So what exactly would you like? Would you like the purple grape mash or the red dragon crush, sir?
Whatever's the finest.
Red dragon crush it is. That'll be 1 silver for a pint.
Very well.
I'll take one as well, please.
Me too.
So she turns around and just go ahead and deduct a silver. But she turns around, she gets you guys a pint, and she just hands it to you and she says, "Will you be needing to bed tonight again?"
That would be lovely.
Silly, he has paid for what he said he was going to pay for, but tonight will be on you, and it is 1 electrum per night.
Oh, very well. How many rooms will we be needing? I'll cover it.
And it's going to be 1 for each of you.
It's 1 bed per room. All right, then yeah. So 2.5 gold to the barkeep, Danica.
I can cover the drinks. On me, guys.
That's mighty kind of you.
Terrible business that happened today at the town square. How are you guys faring from it?
Oh, go ahead.
You're fine. Didn't mean to hit the button.
Well, we knew something was amiss, but didn't expect so much violence, but was glad to help as many people as we did.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. So she's like, oh yes, it was. I'm glad that they were able to calm down in such a short manner of time. I was concerned it was going to go on for days. Luckily, I think because they were able to get to Vargas so quickly, things de-escalated.
Quite possibly. I'm just glad they didn't burn more homes down.
Yes, me as well. You know, the spirits around this place have been so low lately, and I have to admit, and she kind of leans in closer to you guys, and she's like, there's not a lot of wine left. You see, we're down to our last few barrels. Over in the vineyard, my father-in-law, he has not sent us the wine lately. We don't know why this is. If you have time and are willing, I'd be most gracious if you could investigate such a thing for me.
Where do they live?
West. It's about I'd say about 4 or 5 miles.
I'll look to you guys and say, I suppose perhaps on our way we're heading west.
It
Anyways,
is in our general direction we're heading.
What
would
seems
you
to
mind
have
drawing
smiled?
us a map?
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, she was saying, would you mind drawing us a map, perhaps?
Well, I don't have any parchment ready for me. Do you? Or I mean, I could just explain it to you if that is all right.
Well,
There is a sign out there. You just head out west, and when you get to a sign that it will say Kresk this way, and Wizard of the Wines to the south, and you'll take the south turn. You can't miss it. It's very easy.
well, perhaps we will look into that for you.
I'd be most appreciative. I fear with the town being on such high emotional state that things could erupt again. And it seems that wine is the only thing that keeps people calm or gives them even a semblance of joy around here. But I understand that you're busy and you have your own troubles to deal with, so I do not expect anything.
You have been one of the few kind to us in town, so it wouldn't hurt for us to repay that kindness a little bit.
I agree.
And then you hear a voice in the back, and he's like, "Danica, come here! The boys are at it again." And she's like, "Oh, if you'll excuse me," and then she just starts going over into the kitchen.
All right.
Well, it shouldn't be too far out of our way, even if we do go a little bit in the opposite direction. And 4 or 5 miles isn't that bad.
And if it keeps the town level-headed, I suppose it's worth doing as well. And who knows? Perhaps we'll be gifted free wine for life anytime we come here.
Well, I know I could drink my fill.
Kiki's just gonna lift up her cup and she's gonna chug her entire cup down and then stick it on the counter.
Before we all turn in for the night, I do have some parting words for you all. So before we turn in, let's meet up in my room.
Very well.
Can do. Whichever rooms those are.
Dark and I have been talking. Not Dark and I, sorry. Helen and I
Hella.
have been speaking. We're going to do a sweep of the city to try and find some clues. I have a hunch that I want to follow. Something's not quite right, and I want to try and prove to myself something. And Helen stated she's willing to assist me.
I will at least have a drink first before we head out.
Yeah. If that is what you desire, I have no issue waiting.
All right. So I will ask the barkeep for a glass or for a drink.
What we have in the purple grape mash or the red dragon crush?
The Red Dragon Crush sounds good.
We 1 silver piece, and she'll pour you a pint.
Okay.
And everybody who drank, go ahead and give me a Constitution.
Just 1 silver piece?
Yeah, 1 silver.
And be a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. You're just trying to beat a 10, obviously.
The bard's second time drunk in the
No,
drunk in the
I'm
D&D
fine.
game.
No, it was.
Oh, it was Owen.
Thank
right.
you for the fall. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it not? Oh, here we go. Saving throw. There it is.
Hey, Kiki, did you drink any?
Yeah, I'm redoing the whole D&D Beyond setting thingy. One moment.
That's fine. I can actually prompt you. Ta-da! I will prompt you for a Constitution roll.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so looks like every single one of you are fine. Danica looks at you and she says, well, when it is time for you to be turned out, just know that the entrance for the guest bedrooms is on the outside of the door. And she tells you basically just, you know, come out here.
All right.
Okay. So
You
after
guys-
the bar closes, go up this stair here, right?
You can, whenever you guys want to turn in, you can just go walk up there.
Okay.
Well, there are conversations to be had, so maybe we do find somewhere a little bit private.
Yes, let us go.
And you can go move on that stair.
Yeah.
Do.
Oh, you got the teleporting thing working.
Are you ready, Hella?
I am when you're ready.
Okay. Perhaps you want to
Oh,
take
that's
one for
so
the
cool.
road?
Oh, hey, there's like 4 beds in this one room.
Yeah.
I will actually, if the DM will allow me, could I empty out my water skin and get her to fill it up with the wine?
Sure. How much goes into a water skin? I don't remember off the top of my head.
4 pints.
4 pints? Okay, so just be 4 silver. If you want the red dragon crush. If you
Yeah.
want the purple grape mash, then it's a different price.
Yeah, I will deduct 4 silver.
I mean, the DM has to make sure he maintains his economy.
Hella might be slightly an alcoholic.
What?
I think all of us
So-
might be by the end of the.
Let's do the conversation that you guys are having up in your room while Hella and Rosario are off doing their thing, and then we'll cut
Yep.
over to Hella and Rosario.
Okay.
Let's see if I've got anything. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so Owen will close the door. Since Hella and Rosario are going off. All right. So, when you had your accusations, Bard. It had me curious as well. So when Vasily showed himself during my bow, I opened my senses, and I got that nasty, uneasy feeling I do when I'm around fiends and undead. And I got it from Vasily and his servant. What was his name again?
Rahadin.
Yes, him, and the 2 other servants as well. I dare say I was quite uncomfortable knowing we had eaten dinner with them the night prior. I stupid enough not to sense it earlier.
Why is he helping us, though? Do you find that strange?
Very strange, yes. I feel rather uncomfortable about the whole situation.
Well, one thing we do know is he seems to be in love with Irina. So I guess she would be safe with him, do you think? I don't know.
Now, I'm not sure if your gut feeling is right or not, the Bard, but that doesn't mean that Vasily is not hiding something.
True, but we've met one other who's infatuated with Irina who fits that description.
Oh, nice. Screen grab?
Sorry, that was an accident.
That's fine. Hiding a moldy sandwich.
Did that work, Jason?
No,
Or
so
did that
it's-
display?
So let me show you. I'll show everybody the little trick. So in Foundry, you can actually whisper to multiple people at the same time.
Yep.
Blah blah blah. It would look like that. So if you do that, you just do whisper, and then you do the brackets, and you just comma delimit everybody's name. You can whisper an entire group of people at once.
Okay. Okay, I thought it was how you posted in there with the brackets.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Needless to say, though.
And then,
Oh, go for it.
and it's got to have the brackets on who you're whispering to.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. She's talking to us. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
I will miss you back.
And the
Sorry.
brackets after, or does what we're whispering have to be in there as well?
Yeah. So it will literally look exactly like I typed right there.
So /W.
Forget the period. It's /W bracket and then the list of everybody you want to message, close bracket, and then the message afterwards.
Then for you, I just put GM.
Yep. For me, it's just GM.
Did it work?
Yep.
Cool.
Nevertheless, I feel uneasy leaving her in a house filled with undead or fiends.
What can we do for her, though? I don't feel like there's any real place safe that we can take her to. I mean, we already know if he wants her, he's going to get her.
Well, that may be true as well, but at least, the very least we could do is warn her and keep her on her guard.
Yes, I agree with this. That is probably the best thing we can do.
Just tell her we have strong suspicions and that, to watch herself. Try to distance herself if possible, but don't incur his wrath.
Well, Kiki will get kind of an uncomfortable look on her face, and she'll kind of squint when she says this, and she'll just say, perhaps maybe she would be a good distraction for him.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but the same thing crossed my mind.
With his eyes on her, he's not on us.
This is true. So maybe we can warn her somehow, and then just kind of leave her with him? I mean, he is the biggest threat in this place, so where safer would she be?
How do I do that?
Yeah, you may be right. So yes, I guess then let's inform her of everything, but let her know. Until we find somewhere safe for her, there's nothing we can really do.
I would say.
What do you see, Dark? Do you see question marks?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think the three of us know best that there isn't much we can do right now.
Yes. Maybe we work on chasing this prophecy, this tarot reading.
I agree.
Agreed as well.
I think the safest thing for her is to leave her with him for now.
Play along.
And to her. And it falls on us to hurry with our task. The more we dally, the better chance is that she falls something worse.
Perhaps we can get her to play along with helping more at the church, since Yeska is all by his lonesome, and that's why she doesn't spend as much time with him. Maybe to limit that a bit.
I agree. That's a good idea.
Sounds like the three of us agree. I don't know how much the other two would agree with this, but I don't think they know her that well, it seems.
And who knows?
I do have another question for you. Do any of you know anything about Hela, perhaps?
I don't. I don't know much about the other one either, but they seem to know us pretty well.
Yes, well, when I opened my senses to check Vasily out, I got the same reading from Hela as well. I mean, she seems eager to help us, and yes, seems to know about us. But I can't help but feel uneasy now that I know that as well. So just be on guard, just in case. I don't know what lies within her, or what she is. But my paladin senses were given the usual readings.
Okay.
That's good to know. We'll just keep an extra eye out, I guess.
Perhaps it's the source of her powers, I'm not sure, but either way, it's best bet just to be safe.
Yes, agreed. Understood. Keep an eye out. And, if we take watches, maybe make sure one of us is on watch with her.
I only need a few hours of sleep each night, so you guys can always lean on me for that.
Yes, well, I am very much glad to have you two. I don't have many friends, but in a bad place like this, it's good to know I have those I can trust.
Aww. Kiki's too pure for this world.
Yes, it's weird traveling with companions. It's not something I've done often. But, I have grown to enjoy your company.
Yes, I've grown to enjoy yours as well. I'm sure you know that those in the gladiatorial arena usually don't last too long unless they're particularly skilled. So I only had a few friends there. And even then, it only lasted a while.
My friends were all trees.
And these ones aren't too talkative. That's true.
It's rather upsetting that we must experience this in such a dreadful place, but it's good to rely on you all.
Well, perhaps we should see what the other two are doing and get as much rest as we can. Seems it's gonna be a long journey tomorrow.
Yes, I feel like I'm gonna have to pray extra hard tonight for what transpired today.
I'm just happy I was able to get that man out of that burning building.
Yes, the lack of concern for children and citizens in this place really worries me.
I just hope that the decision we've made have been the right ones. I honestly still can't tell. I guess time will tell.
Unfortunately, this place seems like there's never a right decision, just a less incorrect one.
I suppose you're right.
I thought we had a good decision with Lady Walkner, but her words today made me think otherwise.
And with such a close affiliation with Vasily, that also now adds that extra weight.
Exactly.
What the frig was
sorry,
that?
Did someone hit their head on their mic?
I did not.
Oh, that
My
scared
roommate-
me.
My roommate threw a chocolate at me, and it hit the mic perfectly.
I'm sorry.
That's awesome. I thought it was a gong or something.
Yeah, me too. Don't you know the rule that if you bring candy, you have to give candy to everybody?
Everybody, yeah, that's the rules.
Where's my chocolate bar?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, it's the Lindor truffles.
Ooh.
I wish I wish I could send one to all of you.
I know. Why is that technology not a thing? Just send it through the screen and then it'll appear on the other side.
But our heart to hearts today.
Put that back through.
I'm going to
I almost forgot this.
tell you something I haven't told
There you go,
anyone
Unique.
in a long time. But if you feel the need to address me other than the bod, you can call me Damien.
That's a good name.
Damien Jawdeath, at your service.
Well, I know that protecting your name is very important to many, so it can't be easy coming forth with such things like that. So I appreciate that.
It's not necessarily protecting my name as just not being associated with my family.
Ah, I see.
I know the feeling. I was actually sold as a baby and raised by druids, so it's not easy to feel like you don't belong.
I am definitely the black sheep. My family comes from a line of people who train soldiers.
Yes. Well, my name is Kisana Variana Kylene Anara Yamera Bonsai, so you can call me Kiki.
I will continue to call you Kiki.
That's a good idea.
Well, I guess we should be off to find them.
I suppose if we're opening up, well, I suppose it'd be easier to show than to tell. So when the time comes, I'll show you, I suppose.
Very well. And I heard Owen say the armor was from Vasily, and I don't think I did this before, so I'm just gonna detect magic on it real quick, just to make sure.
Oh, I'm curious if the space on your name is going to cause a problem. Let's find out. That player does not exist. I bet you have to do quotes.
That, or I'm wondering if you have to just type the, because it's in brackets and the.
I see it. No, I see it came up. It says the bard detect magic.
No, he's trying to whisper.
Not that. Huh.
Is it the?
Yeah. No, it won't let me whisper you.
Weird.
Uh-oh.
There's probably a trick that I just don't know.
Well, if
Because
it's
the character
if
has
it's-
multiple names?
No, if it's
Is there?
JavaScript, you might have to either put an underscore, because JavaScript is really picky about spaces.
Well, all languages are gonna.
Yeah.
It's the way. It's the parser that's actually going to be the issue. It's not the JavaScript itself. The parser is looking at a space and expecting to. Oh, well, that must mean the message is going to start, and so then it's trying to figure out. So I think
Maybe
what I'm going
put
to do.
the in brackets, because like I said, that's the way I see it on the side, and I assume that's the whispered
Yeah.
names.
Let's try it.
I just whispered the bard.
Well,
You did?
I
It
just
worked.
see hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked.
Hi.
I just whispered and type in the bard, open bracket, close bracket, and then
Oh, you have to do it entirely in the brackets. Okay. I only tried the in the brackets.
Rude. Rude.
So well, when was the last time you taken a bath?
Here.
Who are you asking?
Yeah, me or the
Oh,
bard.
the bard.
The bard. It's
The bard.
been a while.
Is that what that smell is? Gosh.
Sorry. After hearing you got that armor from Vasily, I just had to make sure there was nothing attached to it. Yeah, you all clean. I'm just getting pelted with insults now.
Well, at least now we know you can receive it. This is gonna get us all back with by sending insults to us, but causing damage.
Yeah, my insults hurt. Just remember that. Psychic damage to you guys.
My insults could literally kill. Actually, I've got dissonant whispers. I can do it
Yeah.
too.
I'm just lucky that mine's a cantrip.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be a slow, painful process.
Mm-hmm.
I could make you take a bath, just point at you and say, shower! Bath.
Oh, I'm all for taking a bath. Just, I don't think we found a place to do so around here.
Perhaps this place has a bathroom. Maybe there's water troughs inside of the...
I did
So-
see a couple of sheds outside.
Owen, Kiki, and the Bard. Are you guys still chatting up, or
I'd say at this point we'd probably be going to look for our compatriots.
so then we'll cut scene over to you two.
Okay.
So you guys, we'll just pick up where the last communication was. What do you guys want to do now that you were not able to find with your initial looking?
I still think we should drop by the armor shop. And wait,
So it would dawn on you that you actually there's not you can't recall seeing someone that you might call an armorer shop per se. Which is why you were having to mend the armor yourself. You might be able to find where the guards house their stuff in like a barracks, but you guys have yet to find an official blacksmith or anything like that.
I guess we'll have to. Probably not good to piss off the guards.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go after any innocent or those not involved. Perhaps if we can't find anything, we can maybe in the morning take a sweep around, see if we can find any place to acquire weapons.
I think maybe what might be the best course would be maybe since we didn't find any weapons laying around and didn't act on it sooner, what might be the best course might be to try and procure a weapon outside of town on off an enemy or something. Maybe even fashion a weapon.
Is there any enemies even outside of this town? I have no memories outside of this place. If you know of anything, any knowledge, I'm afraid I cannot think of anything.
I'm sure that we could find something that we can kill and either obtain a weapon for you or fashion a weapon.
Well, there is that one strange man, that other bard. He lives in a tower, apparently. We could
Yes.
snoop
Perhaps
around
he
there.
might have something.
Sure, we can do that. One last thing. We need to find a jeweler of some type. Or someone who is nefarious, who doesn't need jewelry. I need a single gem. For me to cast my spells to control other people, I need a gem. Any gem will do.
Perhaps the burgomaster's wife left something behind, overlooked something.
Sure. Your mount. Perhaps we could get on that and get there quickly and see if we can find any gems lying around.
Possibly. I'm sure we could work something out.
Okay, so let's head over there then.
Okay. And I take it probably a Fenrir would be close by.
Yeah, no, he's wherever you want him to be.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna hop on Fenrir and we're gonna head to the Burger's Master house and we're gonna look for a gem. Or shield. Particularly a gem.
Okay. All right. Kind of as we approach, I do want to make sure and like take pretty much like a couple of laps around the area just to make sure that no one is looking or is present. If there is, I don't want to risk kind of getting caught. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sure. Yep. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Jason, could you maybe change the music from footsteps to something else? Maybe like a spooky night?
That's what I forgot is Sirenscape.
Right now it's just footsteps, and it's like, why are we hearing footsteps?
Because we're in the inn.
No,
Yeah.
No, you guys are in the inn.
Yeah.
We're not.
One second. Because we're all, the three of us are using the same account. Whenever that
Oh.
happens, I have to go reset stuff now.
Gotcha.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, the three of you, Owen, Kiki, the bard, you guys are off looking for them. You know that they were looking for weapons or gear of some kind.
They don't know what we were looking for.
Yeah, they didn't say
Actually,
anything.
Yeah,
They
they
didn't
said
say
they were
anything.
just in the
Yeah.
patrol.
all I said to them was that I need to confirm a hunch that I have, and that's all I said to them.
Okay. Okay. Ignore me.
I'll-
Yeah.
So, real quick then, Owen, Bard, and Kiki, what are you guys thinking? Ignoring my previous statement, where are you guys thinking to look like? What are you guys kind of thinking to do?
I personally would probably go outside the inn, just kind of glance up and down the main road. And if I didn't see them, I'd probably be like, hmm.
As we recall, they didn't actually tell us where they were going, so we could either wander and look for them, or just wait for them to come back to the inn.
They do know where to find us.
That is true, yes. I'd rather not spend a couple of hours just wandering about looking for them.
Yes, I think I am going to turn in for the night and get some sleep. It's been a long, long day.
Owen, a thought has occurred to me. Vasily gave you that armor, and by means has a way of looking in on us. It might be easier, since you have that, so we can end up finding you a different set. It might be better. Not saying right now, but it's something to take into consideration.
Huh. That thought did not cross my mind. That might be a good idea.
But for
That
now,
could
it
come.
does offer ample defense, so it might be worth keeping, but maybe we should just assume we're always being watched. Shit, I don't have that. Nope. Okay.
It'll be quite some time before I get any new spells myself.
I was just, wondering if I had see invisibility. Something for me to consider later.
Of course, yes. Yeah, when we deem it necessary, I'm sure we can find a safe place to drop it off at.
I guess let's turn in for the night then, and hope our compatriots show up soon.
I hope they'll be fine on their own, but yes, I doubt we'll find them here. Who knows what they're getting into? And they knew the risks going on their own, so I feel they can take care of themselves. If we don't see them by the time tomorrow morning rolls around, we'll just check the stockades.
The pirate's favorite place. So many memories.
Well, Isaac technically is dead, so I don't think he has to worry about that much.
They still have their laws. You don't know what Walker's going to be like. Oh, who knows? Okay, so Hella and Rosario, you guys arrive at the Burgomaster's mansion. Obviously, a big chunk of it on the side is still busted open. It's just like this really lonely, kind of dead scene now. Not really anybody around. What are you doing?
For starters, I don't have any weapons, but I'm going to be heightened, I guess you could say, to make sure if, wait, I can prepare a spell. I'm going to prepare a cantrip, just in case we come across someone.
Okay.
Let's get in and out quickly.
Yep. And I take it I didn't see anyone?
No.
Okay.
Lovely.
Okay, so let's enter quickly. Wait. Can you communicate with Finward? If you were to tell him to look, could he find for you?
Okay. Yeah.
Is that possible? I don't know how Finward works.
I'm sure I could probably, that should be something that should be doable.
So let's stand guard and let's send Fenrir in. I would hate to meet the burgomaster's son, being ill-equipped, and I do apologize for such things. And thank you for helping me. It's much
Yeah.
appreciative. So, what you're looking for the gold, and I'm looking for a shield and a gem, a single gem.
So, if the DM will allow me, I will kind of instruct Fenrir to go inside and see if he could find a gem. And if there is any weapons or anything that have been left inside, like a sword or anything, and if he could bring that out, since he does have might be a little more sneakier than I would in there.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and give
Okay.
me a investigation for him.
And
Okay.
kind of while he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of urge Rosario to maybe find a bush or some shelter that we can maybe try and hide in the meantime.
Okay. Let me roll stealth. Where is stealth? Okay, so I'm gonna hide over in the bushes, preparing a cantrip in case something nefarious
Okay.
should come about.
So, Fenrir's looking around. It looks like this place is pretty. I mean, it seems like it's been ransacked of all of its finery. The plates and
Yeah.
cups and the
Yeah.
silverware and stuff is gone. You do find, like, up above, like, just kind of it's like those what are they called? Those family.
It's like the family crests.
Yeah, the family crest. It's like one of those, and it does have a couple swords in it.
All right. If Finner could maybe would be possible to maybe bring one of those, and even if it is decorative, it might be of use for temporarily.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Fenrir goes over. He stands up and he kind of with his mouth grabs on one of the swords, and the entire crest comes off the wall, and he just starts carrying it out to you guys.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
very cute.
you have a crest with two swords that are in it, and he comes walking out with the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And did he I take it he didn't manage to find any gems or anything?
It doesn't say what size. I just need a gem. If there is one.
Yeah, no, you don't find anything. No,
Choose.
nothing lying around.
Okay. I will see if I can remove one of the swords.
Okay. It does seem to be pretty stuck in there. Give me an athletics check. Mhm. Yeah, like as you're kind of pulling it, like having a little bit of a hard time because all that rain that was happening earlier, like the ground's kind of muddy and it's just like it's mucking with it. So you think maybe you could get a better grip on it because it does seem to be pretty stuck and you were slipping around. Maybe if you move somewhere more solid, like find a rock or something.
Yeah. All right. Is there anywhere that I can maybe wedge it in between and kind of try to pull it out a little, like between like a fence or something or some rocks?
Sure. Yeah, you could go do that.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. So you go ahead and prop it. This time, give me athletics with advantage.
Yeah, not the best, but
So as you kind of wedge it over by like by on some rocks, and you're pulling, and it just kind of pops off the hilt, and you look in there, and it's essentially just a prop.
Ah.
Okay. I will kind of look over to Rosario, and it's like, maybe now is not the best time for this, and maybe we will try again in the morning.
Maybe. I just hate feeling defenseless. Shoot.
Yeah.
The only other places I can possibly think of where we could possibly find a gem or weapons would be... I guess we'll have to wait until the morning.
Yeah.
There's nothing else we can possibly do.
Maybe one of the caravans outside of town can offer some assistance.
Maybe. Well, we can ask the compatriots that we have.
Yeah.
See if they perhaps will give me a gem. I doubt it. They don't seem like the type, but perhaps. We'll see. Okay, I guess we'll head back to the inn and go to sleep.
Okay. All right, I will kind of mount Fenrir and go back and try to stick to the shadows as much as possible.
So rejoining, you guys are going back to the. You guys are going back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing else we can do.
Hey. Oh, you guys moved.
No, we didn't.
No, I was talking about the Bard and Owen. They left the
They
inn.
moved. Yeah.
Wait, we did?
Yep.
Yeah, I see you guys way over here.
Oh, on my screen, we haven't moved at all.
Yeah, I'm still over the Blue
Yeah,
Water
same.
Inn.
Weird.
Glitching.
Glitching. Okay. Oh, there you go.
I just
Now
shifted
it's,
the character barely.
like barely. Huh. That's weird.
Well, I guess if it happens twice, it's proof of the Matrix.
So you guys, any other preparatory anythings that are going on before you go to sleep?
I'm going to pray before I go to bed.
I am going to take one last look before I head in, just to make sure that no one has followed or no one is watching.
Okay. Owen, as you are kind of preparing for your meditation, you do recall the terrible dream that you had the night before, and that kind of that aching, diminished feeling that it gave you afterwards.
That's right, yeah.
Are you drinking?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess before everyone turns in, when that thought crosses his mind, Owen will say, ever since we had the incident with the hags, I have been having rather strange and powerful dreams, and which concerns me, since being an elf, usually I experience the trance. This is something else. And
Did the hags curse him? I guess I have to go kill the hags.
I don't know, but...
Oh, sorry, I'm not there.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were...
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
Well, we can say that we're all caught up. This is,
Yeah,
Okay.
this was
A
when
night- it's
everyone's returned.
Okay,
Yeah.
we come stumbling in. Hey, guys.
Evening. Hopefully your endeavors were fruitful.
Unfortunately, not entirely. Wasn't able to solve all of my questions, but another dilemma came up. Considering the place that we were in, It's dawned upon me that I might be needing weapons and a gem.
Well, I don't have a gem on me. I do have a crystal orb. I don't know if that'd help you.
I don't know. Let me check. Let me check D&D before I say anything. Where's my character?
But as far as weapons and whatnot, I was able to procure a new bow earlier today, so perhaps they would have what you were looking for.
I would not want to take from you.
Oh no, that's not what I mean. I mean, but if we went to the place that bought the bow, maybe they have something.
Unfortunately, I have no gold. But if maybe I can do a trade with this man. Perhaps my skills might be able to aid him, and he might be willing to do a trade. That might work. Sure. Tomorrow, if you could show me where his shop is, I would be most grateful.
Very well. But and you were saying dreams.
Oh yes.
But yes, each night after these dreams, I awake feeling drained and tired and weak, and it only gets worse every morning.
What are
At
these
first,
hags you speak of?
there was a trio of them that we met when we first got here. And we destroyed their tower, their base of operations, and we were able to get away from them. We actually saw her not long ago wandering about Valaki here, shortly after we destroyed their tower. But I feel perhaps they did put a hex or a curse on me, like you said. At first, I thought it was just bad dreams, but the longer it goes on, I'm beginning to worry that it's having a physical effect on my well-being.
Well, I'm not very strong, but I do not know why, but I do care very much deeply for you and your well-being. If these hags have placed a curse upon you, then these hags we must confront.
If you do want the hags dead, then I'm sure that could be arranged.
Exactly. If you are suffering, you're part of our group, and we cannot stand for such a thing.
Yes.
The only problem I see now is we have no idea where they'd be since we checked out their lair.
Lair?
Their tower lair.
I see. So perhaps they are somewhere else then. These hags, you said that we saw one recently. Which one are you referring to?
She calls herself Granny.
Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't know of Granny. You see me shiver though at the thought of it. Oh, that's weird.
Yes, it's an old woman that sells pies from town to town. What the townspeople don't know is those pies have bones of children in them.
I see.
Which is why, when it came time to fight them, and everything was done, our dragon compatriot knocked down their tower.
Dragon compatriot?
I believe you refer to her as your god.
Oh, the one that brought me back to this world.
Yes.
I see. So she sacrificed her life in order to assist you, and then brought us back to finish the work, I'm assuming.
That may be the case.
Well, since her scale is imbued into your armor, perhaps now you may be able to sleep more soundly with her protecting you. I will stay. I will stay watch by your side for as long as I can. Perhaps each of us can take turn guarding you to ensure that you have a restful sleep.
Oh.
It's a rather kind gesture. I don't know if it'll help, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Okay.
I know we have a lot on our plate now and not a lot of time.
Well,
So,
I'll take the first watch while you sleep, and then I will wake the bard next, and he can take the next watch. Each in turn will ensure that someone is here. Now, I don't know much about elves, but I believe you do not sleep long. Correct me if I'm wrong.
we don't actually really sleep. We go into a trance-like state.
Ghost Wish, hello. Yes, we're
for a
playing
few
Dungeons
hours
and
where
Dragons.
Kind of our memories kind of replay over and
Welcome,
over again.
everyone.
It's referred to as the trance. And we only need a few hours to do so before we feel refreshed.
I see. Well, when you go into this trance, I will take the first watch.
How's everyone
And then
doing?
afterwards, I will wake the
we are
bard,
playing
and he can come
5e.
and take the second watch.
We are
until
doing the
you
Curse
out
of
this
Strahd
trance.
campaign.
That
And
sounds rather nice. While you're
yeah,
Excuse
I'm
me.
doing good.
while
I'm
you're
doing
standing
good.
watch, you might want to
we're
attune
trying
to this. And
a
Owen
new
will pass over
virtual
the
tabletop
ring of
system.
spell
We
storing.
started it last week.
I'll take a look at
but
it, and I'm
Foundry,
like,
and
what is
it's
this?
it's a lot better than Roll20.
It's a rather unique ring that what our past compatriot had on them, and it treated them well. And I think it's best in your hands.
Are you referring to the dragon? I am wondering and curious. This dragon, did they have a name that I can call upon this god?
I'm asking my DM a question.
Sorry, excuse me. We only knew her simply by Rose.
Okay, then that's a name that I shall call upon her in my prayers. So rest now, and I'll take the first watch, and then I'll go get the bard. And then while I'm watching, I will not attune to the ring while I'm watching Owen. I'll stay guard, and I'll attune to the ring after in about a couple hours. I'll watch a couple hours, and then I'll go wake up the bard.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Okay. So everyone's going to sleep, except for
me.
Rose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have not played Pathfinder.
I wait before as he sleeps. I'm going to cast upon him protection from good and evil.
I believe that has a 10-minute
It
duration.
does.
Is that right? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't
But-
find that spell that I was looking at the use of gem.
are you casting it immediately, or are you just saying you have that? You're ready.
I'll wait for him to kind of fall
I know
asleep,
of
and then I'll
Pathfinder,
cast
and
it
I've seen
upon
some
him.
things of it, but I don't know all the rule set. Although I was playing
Hey,
Pathfinder Kingmaker, and so
So-
I don't know
Wait,
how
I have that
what
light
kind
thingy,
of rule set that
that
is.
cantrip, the one that I cast. You know the boy, and I cast the light on his
I gotcha.
on. Remember the boy? I did the nightlight thingy. I'm gonna do that for Owen. I'm gonna do a nightlight for Owen. I'm gonna. Oh wait, I wouldn't remember that though. I won't remember that I did that. Oh shoot! But I know what the spell does. Okay, even though I don't have memory, I know what all my spells do, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna cast the cantrip light on the next
yes
to his
and
bed,
no.
like I did for the little boy. But I mean, I don't remember I did it for the little boy.
We started
shall
in
do that
Faerun, but the
for
land
him.
of Barovia
I'll cast light
is
on,
almost its own pocket dimension.
on the post. So he has a little nightlight.
We were all kind of just sucked up by a
Okay.
mysterious fog,
so
and we
you
don't know
cast the
how we got
nightlight,
here.
and it kind of illuminates into a nice look. It's not so
And
bright that
the
it keep
setting
anyone
is
else
very
awake or
much
anything like that, but
gothic horror
you know,
compared to most D&D.
it's comforting. So you wait about. You're kind of waiting for about an hour.
The big
And,
bad is
You
A
notice
vampire
that
lord.
Owen is
So
he's in his
basically, we're in
trance. Everyone else
Transylvania.
has drifted off into sleep. Give me a perception check.
I can. Okay. Where am I? I can't find it. I'll look for it later.
I can help you there.
It's called
yes.
the one that I'm looking
Ravenloft.
for.
Eventually,
but I'm in,
yes.
It's called distract the enemy with a gem. It's like greed or something. I saw it one time.
We've
I don't
had two
remember
party
if it was on
members
this character
die,
or another
but we have
character,
two new party members.
But it's where you had to show a gem and it distracts the enemy,
but-
and the enemy will look at that gem. And that's what spell I'm looking for.
I had some artwork done that I can show you.
Oh, oh yeah. I don't want to
for this campaign.
Perception check.
And just
Perception.
get
So
it.
you can click that. That was me prompting you for a perception to help you out.
Not a problem. I actually think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we're all
So,
really trying to RP
as
it,
you're
but,
watching, You don't really notice anything.
there we go.
About 30 minutes go by, and you notice a little twitch.
Insight greed. That's what it's called. I found it. I'm sorry. I'm just very excited that I found it.
Okay. So about 30 minutes goes by, and you notice Owen has a little twitch. Just kind of, he twitches.
That was the original party,
involuntarily.
but 3 of us still remain.
Which there's another one.
What do I have? I'm gonna. I can't change any of my spells until I sleep first.
And our
he starts to shake.
Paladin is being
Just give me 1 second.
harassed by the
I
hags
want to cast something. I'm just not sure
of the
if I have
campaign
it or
right now.
not. Just give me one second. Insight greed, no, mass healing revive, spiritual garden. No, I don't have it. Okay, I'll wait till I sleep then. Okay. I'm going to. I don't want to leave him by himself.
We destroyed their windmill,
cast,
and I shot one of them in the eye. So I'm surprised they're not going after me, but
I don't like the cat.
we saved a bunch of children from them.
I'm gonna go wake the bard. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wake the bard.
You move quickly and you wake the bard, and he rouses.
Yes.
And what do you say?
Something is not right. I've been watching him all night. I have a special light that protects him, but he's twitching. Come with me immediately.
Alright, so I grab my loot and make my way.
I'm gonna lay my hand upon his head, and I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil.
So, you cast protection from good and evil on Owen, and you hear suddenly this shrieking scream that's somehow hollow and distant, as though it's not quite on the same plane of reality.
Yeah, they're going to the ethereal plane.
And you see a flash of this hag figure, kind of translucent and hard to see, and then she fades away.
Yeah, so fairy fire wouldn't work because they're on a different
And
plane.
Owen's twitching has stopped.
I'm gonna look at the bard, look back at him, and I'll be like, "These hags, what did you do to them?"
Well, we rescued some children from them, destroyed their tower. I shot one in the eye. And then Antonio proceeded to throw his tower on the rubble, attempting to crush them. But we did not find any bodies.
Okay. In order to protect our bard, I don't have enough spells within me to cast this consistently protect him. We'll have to take this fight on head on. I'm going to go meditate now on this ring, but I'll stay here in the room.
Okay, I will.
And if you could take this shift, yeah. because it's been over an hour, that light has disappeared. So I'll use my cantrip again. I'll put the light again on the pool, just to kind of illuminate the area. And then I'll go into the corner and
I got a magic loot.
meditate on that ring before I sleep.
Okay. Okay, so you
This
go
way.
over and you start to meditate. The light is illuminated the way that you want. The bard, anything you're doing?
I'm just gonna keep an eye out in the room. For my own benefit, it'll light up all of us in the room for the time being. But I will cast Fairy Fire just to make sure nothing is physically in the room with us invisible.
So you cast it. And what does your fairy fire look like?
It's just shimmers of music notes that go around the room, and anything the music note strikes.
It's colored with that
yeah,
aura?
colors it with the blue or green aura depending on the note.
Okay, so you see these notes floating around. They're not impacting anything. Nothing. You don't reveal anything invisible.
Okay. And then I will just keep an eye on Owen, making sure he doesn't start twitching again.
All right. So about 30 minutes goes by. Give me another, or give me a perception check. Okay. So you think you see just a really subtle twitch in his fingers.
And it's been 2 hours, by the
And,
way. So he's still 2 hours
I'm
to go.
going to call out to the ether. Say, not today, and I will cast Protection from Good and Evil.
A familiar scene. You cast it on him. He calms down, and you see that haggish figure, kind of translucent and vague, kind of fade in and then out. And now the room is empty and dark, or excuse me, is empty and with the only Rosario's light.
And I will call out to the ether, deceiving, because I can't really do this, and say, I can do this all night.
Okay. See the... Second, sorry. Hey. You hear a magical voice that's just kind of echoing throughout the room, but quietly. It's not like super loud. It's kind of hollow, and it's without a place, right? And you just hear, very well. And as it, it kind of you kind of feel like maybe they bought it.
Okay. And I will continue to watch Owen, knowing that Fairy Fire didn't expose them before. So I won't cast it again. And yeah, I'll just the tune that I played to cast Protection from Good and Evil, I will play, but in a slightly different key, so that way it seems like I'm constantly casting it, but
Yeah, give me a performance check. Okay. So you're just playing this the rest of the time,
Yeah,
right? Until he wakes up. Is this
yeah.
okay? Okay. So a couple more hours goes by, and Owen, you awaken.
Still squish.
And you
Thank
had
you
a very
for the follow.
interesting
Welcome
night's rest.
to the
You
Technodrome.
there were parts of your dream.
I'm a
It's one of those
scientist.
scenarios
I
where you
never
can't quite remember the
apologize for the
details,
truth.
but you just know there was a
Never
couple parts of your dream where, you know, it felt like things were going to go against you, and then kind of snapped out of it, and you all of a sudden had a really good dream. So it's like a really kind of a hodgepodge experience for you as far as sleep. But you have full long rest. You're good to go.
Okay.
As Owen awakes, I I don't believe it's a hex on you. The hags were here.
No. Here, you say?
Here, but not here. A few times tonight, Rosario and I casted spells to protect you, and we saw a glimmer of them before they disappeared again. And one spoke to me when I said I could do this all night to keep you safe, and so I believe they're actually here in some shape or form.
I see.
I can tell you they're not invisible in the room, so I don't know how they're doing it.
Hmm.
I do have some
Well,
water left.
I believe until the cowards show themselves, I don't know if there's much we can do then.
No, but perhaps, while you sleep, I take watch. They are familiar now that I believe they're familiar with me being able to protect you, and I hopefully made them believe I could do it all night.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear you were able to fool them.
One can hope. Although, saying that out loud now, I feel as if they're listening, that won't work much longer. I might have done a wrong.
Shh, the DM's not listening. It's okay.
Here, the bard. Let me show you something.
Yeah, okay. They totally believed me. They rolled a nat 1 on their insight check.
Well, since he's well rested, perhaps you should now sleep the bard. Am I now tuned to this ring?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So now that I've attuned to this ring, I'm gonna put into the ring protection from good and evil, and then I'm going to say good night and go to sleep.
Okay. And the rest of the night will be uneventful, so the bard and everybody, you guys can get your full rest.
Full long rest.
Yeah.
How many? I'm sorry. How many spells can I put into it? Up to 5,
Well,
right?
up to 5 levels worth. So you could do 5 level
Yeah.
1s or 1 level 5, or mix and match any way you want.
Okay, I'll put in cure wounds, protection from good and evil. So that's 1, 2, and revivify. That's it. That's the whole max.
I think with Revivify, do you have the?
Oh,
yeah, you need
no,
the diamond
no.
to cast
Okay,
the diamonds.
Never mind. There's no point in me even having that one. Okay, I'll put in prayer of healing.
That's a good one.
The spiritual weapon. I'll put in spiritual weapon. Okay, so I put in protection from good and evil, cure wounds, and the last one is going to be spiritual weapon. That's it.
Okay, sounds good. Okay.
Then I'll hit the hay.
Okay, so you guys, everybody has taken a long rest. It's successful. The rest of the night is uneventful. You wake up in the morning feeling refreshed. What do you do?
Meet up with everyone else.
So I'm going to inform the party that considering the fight that we recently had, I'm in much need of a shield and a gem.
Just a shield and a gem.
Just a shield and a gem. Or a weapon if possible, but priorities, a shield and a gem. Any gem will do. I just need a gem and a shield.
Okay, well, I say we told Vasily we would go have breakfast with him, so maybe we head there first and then do a little bit of shopping before we leave town.
Sure, perhaps he can bestow upon us a gem.
All right, I guess it's off to Vasily's then.
Hey, to Vasily's.
Yes, the Sealies. Heavy air quotes.
I thought it was funny, whoever that was.
Yeah, maybe turn
Hey.
up this a little bit.
My token cannot see.
Oh, it's all black for
Yeah,
everyone.
probably because we don't
Yep.
have tokens yet.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys arrive at Vasily's.
Still black for me.
There we go.
Oh, still
Yeah,
black?
I just see the
Yeah.
I can
space I'm
see.
in, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
same
because
here.
global illumination is not on.
There you go.
I can see now. Okay, I'm gonna walk up and knock on the door.
And real quick, just to make sure I didn't speed you guys past anything, was there any conversations, any chatting, anything you guys want to talk about on the way to Vasily's?
Man, that bard. You need to take a bath.
Wow. Since you two weren't in our conversation last night, I'll say just follow our lead. We don't intend to take Irina away, but to warn her. But obviously not in the presence of Vasily.
I will kind of look at him and acknowledge him as like, very well. We will follow your lead.
I suggest, and I look to the party, we tell her Yeska's been missing or something fierce, and we'd like to escort her to the church and have a little walk and talk.
Sure. We will have to stop by the stables, though. I will need to acquire some more iron, though, from the horse stable.
Yes.
Especially if I'm going to be throwing around protection from evil and good. I will probably need some more.
Well, so it doesn't require the components every time if you have arcane focus. It's only if it has a dollar amount.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It just says I need to have iron.
Yeah, and
Yeah. So
if you have your holy symbol, that can also replace that. So as
Yeah.
long as
Oh,
there's not a
okay.
monetary value, you don't have to worry.
Nope.
So
Cool.
if for your insight greed, if that doesn't have a monetary value, you technically don't need the gem either.
No, it specifically states that when they fail, they'll focus upon that gem,
Oh, okay.
and they cannot attack me in any way,
Gotcha. Okay.
and they become charmed.
Okay.
But I need a gem.
Hey, anything else you guys want to talk about before you get to Vasily's?
No, because I wasn't able to do what I wanted last night, so perhaps another night. To confirm my I was not able to confirm my hunch. I need some time in prayer in order to officialize what I am theorizing.
Very well. Well then, yeah, I guess we walk up to the door and knock.
I think one other detail Owen would have said, but he would say that he would be wearing the armor today. And he says, if I act strange in any way, as if under control, the easiest way to probably affect me would be by magical means.
We can always just bonk you on the head, you know, the old traditional way.
Uh,
You could always just do what I say, and she'll wink at you.
I'm gonna look at the little. I look at the little short one, and I'm like, huh. I'm gonna make a mental note of that.
That's alright, I can always just make it so you can't move.
yes, well, and if you do decide to use magic against me, charm spells are not as effective on me, and don't even try sleep spells.
Oh no, I'll just hold you in the air for a while.
That'll work perfectly.
We'll tie a little rope around your leg.
I don't know if this armor has any strange capabilities about it, so
I did not see anything when I was working upon it. I mean, I did fix the entire thing and mended it. I don't recall seeing any runes or anything suspicious.
And I sense no magic on it.
I must have fallen paranoid then. I apologize.
No, and understandable in this place. And given,
Considering
I believe we're thinking the same thought.
If you do act strangely, we will. I will be sure to assist with removing the armor from you as quickly as possible.
there you go.
All right, great.
Outside question, outside of the game, is there any sort of crest or anything on the armor?
I didn't infuse anything. The only thing that's been etched into it is in the inside of the armor.
But it might have had it before. That's
Right.
what she's asking.
It could have
So,
been, but
Give
when
me
you
an
pick,
investigation check, Kiki. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Sorry, guys, I'm still half asleep apparently. I'm gonna open my eyes before I start.
You guys were walking. You were trying to notice. You know, it's difficult.
You know, keeping an eye over our shoulder, make sure no one's watching us. Totally doing that, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, so nobody's following you. You don't see anything. And you guys arrive at Vasili's home. You said who was knocking on the door?
Me.
So after a moment, the door opens and you see a familiar man. He says,
Totally Strahd.
"The master
Oh no, it's
awaits you in the courtyard." And he kind of
Come
steps
on.
back, and he gestures you to enter.
what
So
pointy ears you have.
he steps back, and he gestures. He gestures for you guys to go over this way.
Yeah.
And go down the stairs.
Into the blackness,
Is there a wall there?
apparently.
There is a wall there. We're
We've
gonna
been
take
trapped.
the-
It's a
There's a wall.
trap. Everyone roll on the shit. We've been trapped in this room.
Help.
Yeah, go down those stairs.
There you go.
that'll work.
We can actually knock on doors here. Don't forget. The courtyard is this way, I'm assuming.
So the two guards that are standing there that you see, they just kind of gesture, and you guys should be able to see. You see Vasily and Irina out in the courtyard, and Vasily's like, "Keep your arm up, don't lose your guard." And he's essentially just teaching her how to sword fight.
Is that a different image for Irina? Because she looks cute now.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna prepare a cantrip if needed.
Okay.
Okay, I don't see Irina.
Yep.
There's
He-
nothing
he-
there for me.
Really?
Oh,
What about now?
Nope.
I think it's just probably still loading or lagging or something. I don't know. So Vasily is going to, he sees you guys and he goes, "Oh, we were just about to wrap up. Are you hungry?"
Uh,
Famished.
yes.
Please, this way. And he kind of leads you off to the side here.
Keeping a little bit distance from him. Well, as much as I can.
Irina comes in, she sits down, and he's like, "Please, have a seat." And he's being very polite to Irina. He's holding her hand and he sits her down and whatnot. And he calls for a couple of his servants. And he says, he looks to you, goes, "And who will be eating?" And Irina's like, "Oh yes, I will have some, of course, Vasily."
I'll have what she has.
Some breakfast would be nice.
I will. Roll somatic. Okay. No. Yes. I would gladly take some food.
I as well, please.
So it's kind of like an older woman, the same one that you guys saw the night before, and she goes off into the back and starts to prepare food. And Vasily asks you, he says, "Well, here is," he goes, "Here is Irina. Your friends here were very concerned for you last night. As I told you, you are lucky to have such wonderful friends to be so protective of you." And she's like, "Oh, did you guys? I'm sorry if I gave you guys a terrible fright." And she's looking like really just all smiles, beaming brightly.
I raise my hand. "Oh, do not worry. These youngins these days, they get quite one-bushes very quickly. Just considering what had happened, we are all quite very concerned for your well-being. And of course, the church, most specifically, was quite worried.
Yes.
For the little boy, I think you had mentioned.
Yeska, I think his name was, if I
Yeska
remember.
was worried about you as
Yes, he refused to do his morning prayers without you being present. So concerned he was.
Yeah, well, I will have to have a conversation with him today. I didn't mean to frighten the boy. I simply wanted to seek out Vasily. I knew I would be safe with him.
Oh, fully understandable. We have heard nothing but absolute the best about our wonderful host. And we're looking to brighter futures within, what's it called? Velikite? I keep want to say Velika, but it's not Velika.
That's Valky.
Velikite. Velikite, especially now, I believe she had mentioned an alliance with Strahd, I believe.
So, Irina looks at you and she says, "Yes, I have heard that Lady Walker does want to ally herself with that brute."
Well, luckily we have. Sorry, I'm really bad at names. What is his name again? Can you please? I'm sorry. I do apologize.
Vasily?
His name is Vasily, right?
Yeah.
Well, luckily we do have Vasily here. I am sure that he'll ensure that everything goes right. From my understanding, that both of you are working on transitions. Is that correct?
It is indeed. I'm working with Lady Walker, but she is in charge.
Yeah, I was about to ask. I didn't want to cut anybody off. When she said brute, Owen's eyes darted over.
See, you have nothing to worry about, Strahd. Vasily will make sure that you are safe and everything is perfectly fine. But we're here to take you back to the church because that poor fellow will not do his prayers until you're there. And I kind of laugh and I giggle. It's like, those young children.
Okay, real quick. Everybody who was eyeballing, Vasily, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Critical crit.
Owen's eyes are like boring into face.
Kiki's too. I'm staring into your soul.
Every wrinkle, every follicle he's
So you had beets yesterday. I can see a little bit of a stain on your lip right there.
Yes, beats. That's why his lips red.
So, you
Hey,
guys.
I was actually being innocent.
I know.
Beets do stain,
I know.
okay?
Okay.
Oh no, I was saying he
You
was
guys-
drinking blood.
So, all of you, Vasily is very straight-faced. He appeared to be completely unfazed by the comment.
okay.
Just,
Yeah.
Vasily, if I may be so, do not, what can I say? How can I say it? You've done so much for us in our small group, and you protected Irina, who is, very dear friend of our group. But I do ask of you, do you happen to have a gem, a small little gem that you don't mind bestowing upon us? Something even small, a little trinket.
What kind of gem are you in search of?
Any gem. It does not matter which type, just as long as it's a gem. It can be a small, preferably small gem. Nothing, it doesn't have to be worth of any value, just of any gem.
Allow me to look around and see if I have something that would work for you. Excuse me.
Thank you very much.
And so he excuses himself and goes off. So it's just you guys. A couple minutes go by. Well, actually,
50
before-
gold. Sorry. The gem has to be worth 50 gold.
So it will consume
Sorry,
it. Then.
Sorry, what was that?
I was like, oh, if it has to
Bard?
be worth 50 gold, then it will consume it when she casts the spell.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, anything with a monetary value when you cast the spell is consumed.
But something stares greedy at the gem you present at the end of each turn. Effect turn can make a wisdom check that sees this effect. So it could also, at the end of that whole fight, it's then
Yeah,
gone?
once the spell ends, it'll just crumble away.
Oh.
Does it say that the spell consumes?
No, it just says a gem
No.
worth at least 50 gold. And
Okay,
then
then
all,
it does-
all it,
Yeah, so then it's not used up with the spell, but with a monetary value, you can't use your focus for it. So
yeah. It doesn't say it's used it, unlike the Revivify. The Revivify specifically states,
Well, then, cool.
which it says here, which the spell consumes.
Okay, well then, yeah. Then you just need a gem with 50 that you always have on you.
I did
So-
send you a message, Rose.
So
Okay.
there is a moment here where it's just you guys. Is there anything you guys wanted to do while?
I like
we were-
that. I like that. Let's do that.
I will ask Irina how she's doing and how she's feeling and what happened last night. We didn't see her at the festival.
Yes, I was off in the back, and unfortunately, when the mob broke out, I don't know why, but I felt I must come to Vasily. I knew he would keep me safe, and he was such a gentleman. He made me dinner, or rather, his servants did, and we talked. We talked for many hours. and then I went to sleep.
Did you
He was-
happen to eat any pies?
Oh, I can't say that I have any of those pies. I don't trust them.
Ah, good girl.
What of you? I'm glad to see that you are all okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'll let you talk.
Yes, there was quite a ruckus. We were able to minimize the damage, I believe.
That is very good. You see, Vasily here, he offered to train me and teach me the ways of the sword. I've learned them since I was a little girl, of course, but he's actually quite good.
That would be fabulous. I wouldn't say fabulous. I'm an old man. That would be stupendous. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Because this way, you could perhaps come with us, and we could take on the fiends of this world.
Give me a persuasion check.
Let me double click here. Go here.
Oh, like, decent persuasion.
Well, of course, I'm willing to help you if you need me. Do you all wish for me to come?
The more the merrier.
Yes, I'd love for you to join us.
I will let Vasily know when he returns. And it'd be about this time that the servants would come out with breakfast.
Yeah, then I will, like I said.
Well, we can
cast
worry about
detect
such
magic.
things. Oh, sorry. We'll worry about such things. You can talk with him later. Let's first deal with the poor boy at the church, and then perhaps later on we can come back here and you can inform Vasily. Because I'm sure that would be a long conversation.
Oh, before you say, are you saying that because the servants are coming out, they're giving you guys your breakfast?
So I'm turning my back to them, coughing at the same time, casting detect magic just to make sure there's no magic on our food.
Okay, and so give me
Sleight of hand.
well, let's see what sleight of hand. Yeah, let's do that. And then, but for you, Rosario, you're saying that like as they're because you guys are getting breakfast right now.
Yep. So as they're coming in, I'll say to her, don't worry about talking to him about that at this very moment. We have a poor boy at the church waiting for you, and I'm sure it's going to be a long conversation. After all, you're still practicing your skills. So let's deal with the small boy first, and then afterwards you can speak with him about such things.
So she's gonna raise an eyebrow at you. I don't understand. Are you suggesting that we leave when he's offered us this meal that we agreed?
No. Do not forget the what's the boy's name again? Who's at the church?
I believe
Yes,
what Rosario is saying is we'll go talk with the boy, but
At the church.
But we don't need to tell Vasily yet that you wish to accompany us, because it might be a longer conversation than the meal would let you have.
I don't think Vasily would mind. I can't imagine why he would. I am of my own mind, and I have made decisions for many years without Vasily.
Yes, but he does care about you deeply, and you seem to return those feelings. And to just suddenly leave after breakfast, saying I'm off, might be seen as slightly rude. And I'm sure that someone who cares about you, I would persuade you to tell him after we visit the church. This way, you two can have a proper conversation with one another. You young'uns are always trying to run off so quickly. You don't have to be so hasty.
I'm struggling out of character. I'm struggling to try and understand why we don't want her to talk to.
I don't want him to talk to her while we're inside of a house where we're slightly outnumbered. I want her to come with us, agree to come with us,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about such things after. I don't want her to go to him while we're in this building. They think he's Strahd, who's the most powerful person. We're inside of his house, surrounded by his guards. She's saying she's going to take off with us. May or may not go over well with him. Hence, I'm trying to say, you're a young woman. You're always rushing. Don't rush these things. You already agreed to, come with us. That's good enough. Let's go to the church first. Let's talk with the boy, and then we'll come afterwards in the evening when you can talk longer about you come with us on the adventure. More along the lines of, we're not want to be in the house surrounded by guards, and she says that.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, with your guys' persuasion, she's like, all right. But I do need to tell him because I mean, he has been very good to me, and I don't want to disrespect him, as you say. So, yeah.
Of course. That's what dinner is for, and candlelights. That's when you can talk to a gentleman.
So at this point, you see Vasily coming back down, and he approaches you, and he just says, "Well, Will, I did find an amulet that has a gem in it," and he kind of hands you this amulet, and he says, "For all you have done for this town, I hope you guys will accept this as a gift of my appreciation."
Does that amulet ping anything with my detect magic up?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Can I take it apart so I just have the gem?
Yeah, no, he knows that's what you want, but he's giving you the whole necklace,
Yeah, I know, but I'm probably gonna hawk the rest and keep the gem.
like right here in front of him.
No. This is outside the game. If I look at it,
It's like you stick your little fingernail in there, you take the gem, you're like toss the gold, like, yeah, screw you.
while I look at it, because while I look at it, can I remove the gem from this thing if I go back to
Yes.
the horse
Yeah,
and
you-
thing?
Yeah, of course you can.
Perfect.
You're gonna do what I suggested.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he sits down and he eats with you guys, and breakfast goes by. He just makes small talk. Is there anything you guys wanted to ask or do before we fade to black?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think
I will ask actually Vasily.
Oh, a shield.
Uh,
Ask about a
yes.
I was going to take
Yes,
you guys to the
I will
shop.
ask. Yeah, and I will ask Vasily. It's like you wouldn't happen to have a shield by chance? I know it's one thing that we are greatly missing, and it would be very greatly appreciated if you could at least spare one, no matter how mundane.
Well, I have already spared a very expensive necklace. Perhaps you can buy a shield and sword. The townsfolk could certainly use the money.
Could you tell us of a place that you would highly recommend?
The armorer, he lives outside of town.
Of course he does.
If you go west, there is a small road that turns south, about a mile out of town. His name is Caligal. You may see him. He does fine work. He does all the armaments for the entire town.
That is fantastic. That information is. Thank you very, very much for that information.
We may be able to procure one from the market as well.
He turns to Irina and he says, "Irina, I have been summoned to Strahd's castle. I have business to attend there. I must go, and I will be gone for some time. Will you be safe with your friends?" And she's like, and she kind of looks at you guys sideways, and then she just looks forward. She's like, "Oh yes, of course. I trust them, Vasily. Very well." And he says, My friends, as always, it is a pleasure. And then he just excuses himself.
Right. As he does go, I do say to him, safe travels.
You as well, my friend. And you guys see Rahadin. Like just the timing is so perfect. And he arrives and then he escorts you guys out.
Okay.
Is Irene coming with us?
Huh?
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Oh, by the way, I just want to mention something. Maybe I shouldn't mention it, or maybe you picked on it. You just didn't decide to do anything. No, I won't mention anything. It's okay. I'll keep it to myself.
Well, do you want it to affect the game or do you not want it to affect the game?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I won't say anything.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? You guys are over here.
We'll start walking. I assume we'd start walking the main road.
So you guys want to head to the armor?
Well, I think we should maybe go see Yeska first.
Oh.
And as
where do you think he might be?
As we're walking, I do want to make sure we're not being watched.
Give me a perception check. Okay. 1 second. The person who's following you, I have to go roll their dice. Just kidding. I'm just looking at my notes.
Side note, does anyone really feel like this realm walker wants us to go west?
What?
Now, it's not my fault that most of the things in this campaign are to the west.
Right.
Power.
Wine.
Okay.
Well, in theory, if we were to walk east far enough, we would eventually be heading west.
Not Barovia, but we'd walk into fog and die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know that that's true in this place actually. But okay, so you don't see anybody or anything following you.
They say the Earth is flat.
Well, I will tell Irina in her mind then. There are some things we need to talk to you about. We feel you might be in danger. Beat that, guys.
So, what do you want to say to her?
Well, I'll tell her. We can tell her more when we get back to the church.
Okay.
Yep.
So everybody just wants to head over to the church?
Yep. I will have Fenrir kind of following up behind, just making sure that there is no one following us after we get a distance away from Vasilis.
Okay.
On the walk to the church, and before they head out, Owen would like to cast Locate Object and select Granny's cart.
Ooh, nice.
Very good. Okay.
I will say that beats me talking in ghost speak.
So it's as long as it's within 1,000 feet of you?
Yeah.
And where are you casting it at? Over there?
So it's it's basically like a 1,000-foot ring. So if Granny's cart appears within 1,000 feet of me, I will know.
And it lasts 10 minutes, so you can be walking for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Should be able to cover most of the town.
Let me do some quick rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing our luck, she'll end up like right.
She'll end up west.
She'll be near the church.
Do you want high rolls, or do you want the high end of numbers, or do you want the low end of numbers?
Let's go with high.
She just happened to be 1001
Yep.
feet away from me.
The whole time.
Great. So as you're walking, you actually do sense Granny's cart down in the southern area.
Okay. I guess, yeah, Owen would kind of stop as soon as he senses it, and he'll says, everyone, a moment of your time.
Okay, so I stop.
You've all, from what I've been told, went through great lengths to at least help me sleep through the night, warding off Granny and her attempts. I'm sensing her a cart.
Before we take on this lady of your nightmares, I do acquire a shield in order to be of useful help. I have no weapons. I have nothing to defend myself. I'm essentially naked. Literally naked. I have nothing.
I mean, you're a turtle that has natural 17 armor, so I don't know that you're naked.
I can hand her some stuff. I have some extras, I think, on me. I have a small knife. I have, I think, a club as well.
Are you able to use flails? I can lend you mine.
Flail would work, but in this terms of defense, considering I am wearing no clothes, I do require a shield. If we could maybe perhaps quickly run by a shop and purchase one and then run after Granny?
I don't know how long she'll be there. I've got Shield of Faith, which is as good as a shield.
It's okay. I got Shield of Faith as well. All right. I guess. I guess perhaps we can pick up a shield some other time.
I will look to Owen and I will say it's like I can get my little Fenrir to stalk Granny. I always know where Fenrir is.
Oh, that'll
As long
work.
as
I'm just worried that with how you guys described Granny last night, what if she said she's being followed and she does her weird in between?
Okay, well, if you feel strongly about this, we can go after her. But how do the citizens of this town feel about Granny? If we fight her in the streets, what will happen?
maybe perhaps confronting her outside of the city walls would be the best.
But we would have to follow her until she leaves.
Which is where my wolf can follow her and stalk her until then.
Well, Owen, what decision do you want to come? Do you want us to confront her now in the streets of Loliki, or do you want her wolf, to stalk her until she leaves?
That does bring a good point.
Perhaps I can lure her in an alleyway. She does think I'm a child.
I just can't stand idly by with her being about, and not so much now that she's assaulting me in my dreams.
Whatever decision you come up with, we'll follow. We can defend you while you sleep. We know how to.
The only thing I can think of is if we do battle with Granny, the townsfolk are obviously going to be able to tell that she's not going down with a few mace swings.
Well, we do
And
not
she's
know what she is capable of.
She's no ordinary Granny.
Precisely. A single mace swing, she might go on the ground and start crying, "Oh my god, they're hitting me."
I also like to think that we have Lady Wachter in our pocketbooks. So if the guards do manage to capture us, I'm sure she will be on our side.
Unless she is on Granny's side. How much do you know this Lady Wachter?
That's a good point as well. I don't know. What are you comfortable with?
I'm leaving the decision up to you. I'm just we're talking about an old lady here. We're talking about a city that tried to kill us last night. If they like Granny, they might try and rise and kill us again. Even if Lady Wachter is on our side, she might not be able to quell the townsfolk. Remember what happened last night? We had to confront them multiple times before they finally gave up their bloodthirst.
I do have an idea, perhaps. Bard, can you make it so somebody can be unseen?
I could make one of us invisible for the time being and follow her for about an hour.
Well, I'm thinking perhaps I can make her sleep. Or you can make her sleep. Or one of us can make her sleep. And then we take her outside of town that way.
Owen stated that he is immune to being asleep. Is she the same way as he is?
Never hurts to try. Perhaps trying will get her to follow us, give her incentive.
Oh, yes, I agree with this. But we have to make sure that none of the townsfolk see us attacking her.
Yep, that's where being unseen comes in.
Which is
Okay.
why I think, too, also luring her outside of town.
Here's another
Would be
idea. Take the fortress, toss it overhead, use the command word, and
Crusher, you are a paladin.
do it Wizard of Oz style.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
The only issue I have with that is we've attempted that once already. They might have seen it coming before. Maybe with a surprise, she wouldn't be ready for it, but last time we did that, there were no bodies to be found.
Well, we can coordinate it, though.
Yeah.
So, I'm able to point at somebody and say only one word. So perhaps if somebody else wants to drop a tower on her, I can command her to sleep right as it's dropping and then crush.
I have a very similar ability if you want to get in place.
So all three of us then can cast a charm upon her. If all three of us are casting charms upon her, then someone can drop the tower. The question is, who's going to drop the tower?
Well, if somebody else can put her to sleep, I can drop it on her without being spotted.
So you cast, Hala cast, I cast, three of us will all cast. That leaves the bard. Could you perhaps drop the tower?
I mean, I could. I
You
worry
can,
what damage it'll do to the surrounding buildings as well, though.
Innocence may be lost.
I could always just grab Granny and then drag her.
That may not look good for you, Kiki.
Well, she is a child, and people think she is a child. But yes, I do understand. You'll have a screening Granny. I think the best solution is go invisible. Perhaps try and sleep her. If not, we'll have to follow her until she exits the city.
We may be overthinking this a little bit. She is one to keep up her appearances in town. So, maybe having a delightful conversation with her and asking her to follow us to a little bit of a more remote location, where we know no one could get hurt.
Well, she doesn't know me, but she knows all of you. So perhaps I could talk to her.
Good point.
Okay, I will go talk to Granny. Hello, you want to come with me? Because she wouldn't recognize you either, since we both came at the same time.
Poor Irina is probably just like, what is
Going
Okay, let's go talk to
If
Granny.
Irina really looks confused on why we're questioning attacking an old woman, I would let her know that Granny is a hag in the sky.
I feel like we've told somebody, some NPC about
We
this.
have.
It
I
was
can't remember
her.
who.
It was her. We told her because she was there when we brought the kids back, remember? Back to the church. She was at the church when we brought the kids back. We told the priest and her that Granny was trying to eat the kids.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I think the only issue I have with this plan, though, is if we take one of them out, what are the other two going to do?
We won't be able to find the other two unless they come and attack us.
Well, knowing hags, they would try to find us. So perhaps this is a good thing.
So let's kill one and then wait for the other two to show up. In the
But
meantime,
if we were to track the other two down and get all three at once.
That would be a very dangerous thing, though. Perhaps if we can pick them off.
We're talking way too much about
perhaps
this.
if we get this one, then the other two will disappear.
or the other two will come seek revenge when we're ready. We can get me a shield. Let's go. Come on, let's go. We're wasting time. Granny's leaving. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, Hella. I'll have Fenrir follow about what's the walking speed of Fenrir?
If I remember correctly, 50 feet.
Wait,
So how-
hold on. Hold on. What does everyone want to do? I'm not gonna let one person just decide what we're gonna do. It sounds like everybody's in alignment, but I want to make sure everybody has their say on what they want to do.
I honestly think the best thing to do would be to lure Granny outside of town and then take care of her.
And Granny doesn't know me and Hella.
What's up, Raven?
Tell her that maybe actually before we leave, maybe we could try to lure her outside and tell her that there's a sick child outside of town that needs help,
Yes.
and then have Kiki there waiting.
Live bait.
We'll have the whole party there waiting and hiding.
Yeah.
But she would recognize Kiki.
Not if I'm covered in dirt.
Okay, let's go with that plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't
Owen
let
and
me die, guys.
Owen and the Bard, are you guys on board?
Oh yeah, who has the club, by the way? Are there
I can give it to you.
not the club? It was something else.
The
It was like a
flail.
mace or something.
A
Flail.
flail.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get the flail from you. At least it's something.
Okay. So Owen and the Bard, are you guys on board with the
I'm
plan?
on board with trying to take out Granny if that's what the party wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Owen, okay. And then you guys want to do the luring outside? Okay, so
Yeah.
let's move Kiki, let's go ahead and move your token where you're gonna have her outside, somewhere out east or
Where's the
west, whatever.
Gate.
What?
Where's the closest gate? Aren't there like
The
some...
closest gate to her would be down here.
Oh, okay, so maybe down there then.
Yeah, just say there's
Don't let me die.
a sick child calling for Granny, saying they've worked with her before.
Yeah. A sick child that has worked with Granny.
What
calling
about
for help.
Irina?
We
Well,
can meet her
I-
back at the church.
It's up to her. Let Irina decide. She's aware of what Granny is because of what conversation we had before. She was there when we rescued the children. So let Irina decide what she's gonna do.
Mhm.
Kiki will tell her she probably should either go to Vasily's or go back to the church where she'd be safe, because I don't want to take her away and put her in danger. Because if anything happens to her, that would be, especially with our suspicions with Vasily, that would be like awful. That'd be basically a death sentence, probably.
Yeah.
Hella and Rosario, be sure when you speak to her, tell her that a rather well-fed looking child is calling for her.
Okay.
What's that supposed to mean?
I
I'm
mean,
gonna look
she's
at you
trying
and
to.
just smile.
We saw that she was trying to fatten them up. Cat.
Okay. I'll take it. Do I not need extra calories?
Only one person in this chat cannot answer that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go talk to Granny because she doesn't know who me and Hella are.
Okay.
Irina is she's going to accept and go over to the church, and she'll talk to Yeska while you guys are dealing with Granny.
And find out we lied that Yeska was looking for her.
Shh, the DM didn't know that I lied. He didn't want to ask me to roll.
I know if you're telling the truth or not on that one.
Well, he probably was, though, since she's the only
Yeah.
thing he had.
Yeah.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking for her. That's not true. Okay. All right. So you guys go down there. You're gonna have Kiki. You're covering up in some dirt or whatever, making her, and then she's gonna be laying there. Who you guys? It looks like Owen, the bard. You guys are gonna position yourself somewhere.
I am actually. I'm gonna give it like a minute or two, or I'm trying to think of how long it would take her to get there. I'm gonna touch Owen and myself and cast invisibility on both of us.
Nice.
And Ella, are you going around with Rosario?
Yeah, I will go with Rosario and coax Granny outside.
Okay.
Kiki's gonna say to you guys, not gonna lie, I'm a bit terrified. Don't let her take me, please.
Keep you safe.
And if
Well,
she
prepare a
does,
spell.
if she does, and she's selling pies tomorrow, please promise you'll take one of them and at least bury a little part of my body.
It won't come to that.
So Rosario and Hella, as you're about in that location, you see Granny. She's walking from house to house. And she sees the two of you approaching.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's, oh, hello, dearies.
No.
Would you like a
Hello.
pie?
Very generous of you. That's not necessary, but we actually came to find you. There is a child just outside of town that has worked with you and is asking for you.
Is
Quite a
asking for me?
portly child. Yes.
Okay, so give me a deception check.
You guys are having so much
Okay.
fun with that.
I'm going to use my inspiration on this just to try to get the best roll humanly possible.
Very good. It's a good thing
Yeah.
you did that. That's a good
Yeah.
thing you did that. Oh, very well. And she kind of grabs her cart and says, take me to the child.
Very well. If you'll follow me, and we gonna head back down towards where Kiki and them are.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of try to disarm her as much as possible. And I hope sales have been good. And
Oh, yes. I've collected 3 children today so far. Not to mention the gold.
yeah.
We'll be
Oh,
making
that-
many pies for some time now.
Oh, that is very good. I assume that the children they are very good workers for you.
Yes, they work for me very well.
Yeah.
Those
That is,
youngins.
yeah. Their youthfulness and hard work ethic must be paying off quite well if you're profitable.
Oh, it pays off quite well indeed.
Yeah. Okay. And kind of as we do get outside the gates, I will motion towards Kiki, and it's like, here is the child that we mentioned talked to you about. She has been asking for you.
Here. Well, I better get her. And Granny starts moving over towards.
I'm going to use my
Kiki.
ring and cast protection from good and evil on Kiki because it's an instant cast.
But the touch spell, you gotta touch her.
No, it's a touch. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm going to walk over to Kiki and pat her on the head as I cast a spell and be like, yes, she's a very plump little thing.
Kiki's gonna fake cry and say, I hurt my ankle. Can you help me?
Is that okay if I do that?
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand to see how well you conceal your spell. And then I will roll her perception.
No.
And then Owen, just to be sure, is oh no.
And you do that, you're coming out of invisibility.
It's not an attacker spell.
Yeah, it's just
okay.
I think you
It's
just
a feature.
Yeah.
So she's
I
going to watch
double-checked.
me tapping her on the head.
Okay, so she'll notice. I'm gonna roll initiative, but she will notice. And Owen, you smell like even stinkier than Rahadi. Like it's some stinky stink.
All right.
Okay, let's do this thing.
I want to kill her.
Owen's starting to get paranoid. Either everyone's stinky or his senses are broken. And just-
Hey, you guys can go ahead and roll, or I can roll for you,
right.
whichever one you
You need
prefer.
the combat tracker up.
Okay.
Yep.
And that was click on our token and then roll initiative, right?
No, you can do it that way, or you can go to the combat tracker and click on the little dice next to your name.
Let's see if I remember. Oh, yes, right.
Did it go?
There we go. You can pop it out.
Rosario. There we go.
And Fender is going to be on there as well.
Yes, let me get him on the board. I did not have him on the board. I'm Fenrir. I'm a big guy.
Would he be behind her if he was stalking her?
Well, everyone's like really close. We're just gonna. I don't
Theater
have a
of the
good custom
mind.
map yet for this, so. yeah.
Everyone's like 50 feet behind us at all times.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rosario, what you doing?
First, I'm
She-
going to back away from her.
Okay. And let me get some combat music going. Let's do that.
Okay, so then go to D&D Beyond. Let me see what my bonus actions are. Okay, so as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast. It's up to it's a concentration spell. Spiritual weapon concentration. No, it's not. Okay. In addition, any creature your choice you can see starts its turn within 10 forth until the end spells. 1d extra damage to hit a creature within 10 feet. This damage is radiant and narcotic. Any creature that takes this damage cannot regain hit points until the start of the next turn. In addition, any creature you choose can see that starts its turn 10 feet that it's speed reduction. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Spiritual Shroud.
Go ahead and link it.
And it's gonna be around me, and I'm gonna stay exactly 10 feet away from Granny. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals... Oh, I have to do an attack. Now, this attack, does it mean it has to be physical, or can it be magical?
It just says any attack, so it could be a melee spell attack, melee range, you know. It
Okay.
could be whatever, it's just an attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna then do,
So-
as an action, spiritual weapon.
So you
Wait,
can't.
no, I can't do spiritual weapon because it's a bonus action. Okay, never mind. I can't do that. Okay, as an action, I will cast... Toll of the Dead on Granny. Did it work? Roll.
DC 16. Wisdom. Okay. She takes some damage.
And that ends my turn.
Yep. Okay.
So then she would take
On her-
from the spirit shroud then too, right?
Yeah, should take it from
What
both.
kind of damage are you doing though? You gotta choose.
I'm doing necrotic damage. And this way she cannot heal any of her HP.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll the 1d8. You can't just click the little dice tray at the bottom if you don't have the exact button to push.
No, it has the button, it's just not letting me push it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Okay,
Turn that down a little bit.
Click on it and then click on roll.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Wow, very good. Okay, so she takes it. On her turn, she's like, "Oh, what are you doing? I'll teach you some manners." And she, where is it? Where's the button? She's going to cast Magic Missile at Rosario. So it is going to be 3. I think it's 3 of them at just level 1, right? 3, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. Yeah, so it's going to be 3, 3. It's just going to be 9 damage to
see,
Rosario.
this is why I should have gotten this
No,
shield.
that just hits you. You can't dodge that.
You can't
Yeah.
dodge it.
Big.
And then she actually just takes off. Like she just starts running 30 feet away.
She can't because she's reduced damage by 10 feet.
No, that just means you can only run 20 feet. Right,
That's
right.
Get an attack
Yeah.
of opportunity.
Oh, yes. Hella would get it. Or
Only if she's standing right next to her.
but she's standing right in front of the. Standing right in front of
So,
Kiki.
okay. So
Kiki
she
was
was.
gonna attack us too.
So Granny was moving towards Kiki, and then you ran over and quickly interceded, and were casting protection, which is what
okay.
caused this whole thing. So she actually wasn't quite to Kiki yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she, to my knowledge, nobody's right next to her. So she just gets 20 feet away.
Okay.
She's just kind of running. She just starts running 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Kiki then is going to cast Entangle.
Entangle.
Rank saving throw. Oh, Granny is so strong.
I bet.
Check this one feature real quick. Just had to make sure. What's the DC?
16. The highest.
Is it versus my?
It's your strength DC. Or it's your spell DC.
Yeah, I just don't know what your spell DC is.
Let me check. I think it's 16 or 17, but I'm not sure.
Oh, either one, she'll beat it.
Yeah, it's 16. It's
Okay.
versus
You
strength.
had advantage?
So,
She does.
as attack save is strength 16 for that spell.
Oh.
Well, Kiki's then just gonna dash and try to knock her over.
Yeah.
So you're just like slamming into her.
Yep.
Well, actually, you used your action. I don't know that. I mean, you could catch up to her for sure. That's not gonna be a problem. But I don't, because you already used your action. You would need that to actually like shove her, I think. But you will physically be right next to her. Do you want to use a bonus action?
Yep.
Sydney, were you doing a bonus action?
Yeah, I was just gonna try to run and either grab her or push her over, but if I can't do that, I just need to catch up to her.
Okay.
Let me see if I have a bonus cantrip, but I don't know. I can shillelagh her. That's a bonus action.
Shillelagh.
That didn't do the right damage. That was way too big.
I don't know what it did. It's 1d8 plus 5 damage.
Yeah, I did. It was 12. It was 12 damage.
Oh, what, you saw the
It just
27.
subtracted like... It subtracted like way too much, so... Okay. So is that it for you, Kiki?
Yep, that's my turn.
Alright, Hella.
I am going to cast Hex on her,
Okay.
and I am going to target her Wisdom,
Okay.
and then I am going to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at her.
Okay. Why isn't it rolling the
Yeah, I
attack roll?
Oh, whoops, that was my bad.
Oh, okay. I'll just
There we
erase
go.
those ones so that we...
Yeah, yeah.
I'll get rid of
The
those ones
first
just
one?
because it's just the damage. Alright, so this is the first
Yeah.
one. Yep. Okay.
And then that will be that Hex damage on top of that, right?
Uh-huh.
On each one?
Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Right, and that is going to be my turn.
Oh, I have a bonus action. Okay. Bonus action.
Alrighty, Owen, what you doing?
All right. He is going to bonus action phase step, kind of blocking her escape, kind of on the
Yeah.
opposite side of Kiki.
Okay.
So, let me that so that it uses no longer exists. Huh. But it does. It's right here. It's right here. I see it. Okay. Consume available usage. Hold on. Let's see if it'll... There we go. Okay. So, being in the Summer Court, she's going to take 5 points of fire damage. And then, so being in, that's a feature, so I believe the invisibility should still be up. But correct me if I'm wrong.
It's fine.
Okay. And then I guess he'll make his 2 mace attacks. Let's see.
Smash her face!
That's certainly a hit. Are you rolling a second attack or?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Let me do... So the second attack I don't think it won't be at advantage because I'm no longer invisible after that. So that will be a normal roll for the second one. Oof. So...
Efficiency.
Well, do we have flanking? Then that would be at advantage too, because I'm behind her.
It's true. You did say you were flanking.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So let me put myself there. Alright. I totally forgot that. Thank you for that. Okay. That's better.
Yeah. Hey.
So...
Go Kiki.
Both of those hit.
Alright. Wait, what did it do? It's +2... Is the 2... Oh, is it already... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't see if there was a way... Because I don't know if the radiant is going to hit her or not.
Yeah, and you can expand it. I don't know if you're seeing me expand it out, but you can, if you click on the damage, then I can see it expanded out. So it's not a problem even if she wasn't a fiend, but it will actually apply to her.
Okay. Let's see.
And right in the face.
And I'm going to expend a second level spell slot to do Divine Smite.
He's got an ass.
Right?
I'm surprised how many attacks the paladin can do.
Yeah, Owen's probably just like, yeah.
All those nights of no sleep, he's just whamming it on
Yeah, he's out. He's not happy right now. He's using everything. And yeah, as he kind of just takes his 2 smacks, his second one kind of alighting with this bright, kind of radiant energy. He's like, "I'll teach you to mess with me in my sleep."
You know what? In fact, I'm going to actually give that to you because it's right there on the cusp. So describe, how do you want to finish her? What is the, like, you all this radiant damage and everything, like, you've done so much damage to her, like, yeah, you're ending her.
Well, also the funny thing about Mace of Disruption, if it falls below 25 hit points, it just it has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
But no, okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess she'll kind of like, because she is taking that radiant damage, so I guess that final smash, the kind of a bright light kind of shines, and maybe she kind of burns up like Spider-Man at the end of that Avengers movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fast. Like, that was lightning fast. You, like, less than 6 seconds, guys. You guys
The bard didn't even get a turn. The bard's still just sitting there invisible. Oh, okay.
Oh, she's dead?
Yeah, she's dead. She's gone.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Is the body still intact?
Yeah, it's laying there on
Is
the
it in
ground.
hag form now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say, Fenrir, it's been such a long time since you've had something to eat. Why don't you indulge yourself?
Before he indulges himself and rips the thing apart, let's search the body for clues of her sisters.
I'm going to go to her cart and release whatever children she has in there.
So is it okay, Hella, if I search the body first? For clues
Of
for our
course.
siblings?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did nothing.
Okay, so I'm gonna search the body, see if I find anything.
You have like Fenrir eagerly waiting over your shoulder.
Well, I guess at this point I would drop
Okay.
invisibility.
It's just like, damn it, I'm never going to be part of this action.
Okay.
What's Owen doing? Is he just like, yeah?
Fine, then I'm gonna sleep.
He's like shaking his fists, and he's yelling something in Elven. So
No, there's nothing of value. There's nothing of value on her.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for anything of value. I'm looking for any clues, or does she have anything on her at all?
Oh, clues and stuff? Or, I mean, like whereabouts of her sisters type stuff? Or
And we also know she had gold because she said she made a lot of money.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing on her. There's no gold on her.
And there's no clues of her sisters either?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay, Fenrir, she's all yours.
Okay.
Have fun.
And Fenrir is going to go straight for the heart.
Yeah, so Fenrir, he just starts tearing at her, and it's nasty looking, like ripping
Okay.
parts of whatnot, and yeah, he's going to town. What is everyone else doing?
No manners whatsoever.
Granny's cart.
I would actually like to actually take Granny's head.
You can cut it off, no problem. Just blast it off with a spell or whatever you want to do, but
I'll
for sure you can take her head.
I'll assist
Yeah.
Kiki with the cart.
Kiki's gonna joke and say, "Hey guys, how much gold do you think we'd make selling the rest of these pies?"
I found nothing on her body. See if you guys can find anything in the cart. Might give us clues to her other siblings.
Okay.
You guys on the cart, you find 75 gold, and there are 3 children underneath in the cages.
Aw, poor thing.
Perhaps we should take them to the orphanage, unless they have parents.
If they have parents, they just sold their children to this hag.
Not necessarily. She never said that she took them willingly.
I will bend down to the kids and say, "Are you all right?"
This little girl's just like, my mom gave me away. And the other 2 boys are like sitting there just like quiet and scared.
Well, we've dealt with her. She won't be harming you guys anytime soon. But would you like us to take you home?
And they they're just kind of like looking at each other, giving off that vibe of like, as a kid, I don't want to say no because it's my parents, but like that kind of a thing.
We can take you to the orphanage. It's you'll be safe there. The ladies there are quite nice.
They they're just kind of looking a little uncomfortably. Bard, give me a persuasion check.
I have a kind face.
You have a very kind face. So the kids, all 3 of the kids come out and they like kind of start holding to the Bard and they kind of follow him around, clinging to him, and they're like, please, just take us away from here. The orphanage is fine.
Very well. I will escort you lot there, and we'll talk to Lady Velasco there. She We'll either take care of you or have words with your parents.
And they're just following you. They're going with you.
Yeah, so I'll start making my way to the orphanage.
Do you guys want to eat any of those pies, or?
We could always sell them, going out of business sale. Get them while you can. 100 gold each.
Oh my gosh.
I see being a drug dealer runs in the family, huh? Sergey wants to be a drug dealer in rhyme.
Yeah, my drug deal doesn't require sacrificing children though, so at least there's that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to Kiki and just say it's like no, we don't need to resort to such things, and I'm gonna slightly turn around and then look towards it, and then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at the cart and just destroy it.
I was actually gonna bury the poor children, but that works too.
Bury the children.
Pie children.
No, the pies. The children in the pies. Give them a proper burial.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you meant like the 3 children we just saved. I'm like, damn, Kiki, that is dark.
Just had a very long week.
Here, children, lay down. It's all okay.
Just lie down, look at the flowers.
Suddenly, it's just
Mold earth around them.
Point at them. Nobody wants you. Your parents sold you. She got destroyed.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this place is dark. It's been cursed. We need to get out of here quickly, guys. Run, flee for your lives.
Yeah.
So it takes like a dozen or so blasts, but you're able to just effectively destroy it.
Yep.
And Kiki, are you saying that you're going to use Mold Earth? Did I understand that correctly? Your intention is to use Mold Earth to kind of bury what remains?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
because I know these were children, so.
Okay, so you guys have killed Morgantha, and you did so very quickly.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's go get me a
Party.
shield.
Let's go get drunk at the bar.
You would
Party.
have passed the shop coming with Granny, I will say.
Well, first we have to. I'll meet you at the shop if you guys could maybe pick me up a shield. I trust your judgment. I have to go visit the blacksmith in order to make this gem usable. If that's okay with you guys.
Well, you did help me in dispensing of this problem. I suppose I could buy you a shield as thanks.
That would be most wonderful. So I will head off to the blacksmith place to remove the gold from the gem.
Kiki will hold up the pouch of gold she found on the cart. Granny will buy you a shield.
No, I think you should take that gold and give it to the orphanage.
I was going to suggest donating it to the orphanage as well.
Yeah, that gold belongs to them. They've been most affected by the by Granny, and it belongs to them.
It's blood money.
But still, they've gone through a lot, especially recently. Even if it's blood money, it should. I'm sure that the family that they've lost would probably want them to have it and spend it how they'd see fit. So you should donate it to the orphanage.
I guess. Well, maybe we should see how much shields cost first and then donate it to the orphanage.
Sure, whatever's remaining, we'll give to the orphanage. I agree with this.
So you're heading off west looking for the blacksmith.
No. I'm
You're
heading
not?
back. I'm heading back to where the horsey place is.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know where that is.
All right, that's fine. So you're going there, and then everyone else is going to the store.
Yeah, I think I'll head to the shop there to see if we could procure a shield for Rosario.
And I already walked off with the kids to the orphanage.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think time-wise, I think you guys would get to the Arasek stockyard first. So let me take you there.
Ooh. Well, they have a decent loot.
Nice little shop.
Let's grab a hookah.
Not as fancy as my loot.
Mhm.
Oh, it's the old one I sold.
So you guys are met by a woman.
Yep.
And she just kind of looks up at you and she's like, kind of dusts herself off and she's like, "Oh, yes. How can I help you?"
We are looking for a shield.
Shield, you say? Hmm. And I don't usually have many of those. Usually they go straight to the guards. But let me take a look. And she's kind of like starts looking around, and as she's looking, because there's stuff all over the place. There's like all kinds of knickknacks, and you see like candles and rations and soap and backpacks, barrels, jugs, grappling hooks. You're seeing all kinds of stuff, right? And she's kind of like going through certain spots. She's like, while I'm looking, is there anything else you guys would like me to find?
Well, maybe not fine, but I was wondering if I could sell some things. At least one for sure.
What do you have?
I do have a mace that I am not using at the moment.
A mace, eh? Gotta look up maces. I was looking at something else. How much does mace go for?
5 gold.
It's 5 gold?
Yeah.
Does this mace have an
Okay.
emerald in it?
So she'll say to you, "Oh, I'll buy that from you for 5 gold."
Well, thank you. It does have sentimental. I get the sense it does have some sentimental value to me, but I'm hoping that you'll take good care of it and find a good home for it.
I will try. And she gives you the 5 gold.
Okay.
And then she goes and she keeps looking for a shield, but she grabs some parchment real quick and she writes down on a piece of paper, this price tag essentially, and on it she writes 25 gold, and then she puts it up, and she walks over and starts looking for the shield again. She comes back after a second and is like, "It appears I don't have any shields right now. You could talk to the guardsmen, see if they have any extras, but I doubt it. Maybe, I mean, since after yesterday's terrible events."
He just sold Antonio's mace.
That's a
Thank you
good
for the
point.
advice.
I'm sure we'll find a shield that probably cost an arm or a leg. At least that's what the guards were losing.
Well, is there anything I can help any of you with? Do any of you need anything?
How much for the loot?
I don't need another one.
You're saying loot because there's one in the picture, isn't there? You ignore that. That loot's not there. That's just a pile of. It's a pile of sticks that I made look like
What
a
do you
loot.
mean? I sold a loot.
I was gonna say she could get more money from it if she has the bard playing the bottom.
Wait, hold on. The bar, did you sell
I
her a loot?
sold when I went to go buy a longbow. I looked around there and sold my old loot because I had the new one.
I forgot to add that to our inventory. Oh, look, I do have one. Look, it's hanging here on this cabinet right here.
Bard, you should sign it. You are the hero of Balaki now.
I'm not there. I went straight to the orphanage with the kids.
Oh, never mind.
Where is this
The loot
thing?
is 35 gold
There we go.
by default.
Okay. She says, "Oh yes, I'll sell that to you for 175 gold."
Oh, thank you for the offer, but I don't have that much.
I see you're playing hard to get. I'll go for 135, and not a gold piece less.
No, I really don't have that much. Sorry.
All right. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I think that's all. Thank you.
I'm assuming you guys are leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys just want? Are you guys going to the orphanage?
Yeah, I think we'll catch up with the bard.
Okay. All right. Close her down. The bard. Let's skip over to you real quick. Oh no, I didn't bring in the orphanage.
Uh-oh.
I'm terrible. Okay, we're going to Valaki. Okay, so you guys are all over here, ish, right? And then Rosario's over there. Okay, so the bard, you arrive at the orphanage.
I knock on the door.
And one of the children answers, and they're like, "I remember you.
How are you, little
You-
one?
You made that food that other day. Boy, you guys made a real mess in there."
Ah, yes. Oh, well, I make a mess anywhere I go.
Velasco's in her room. Did you want to talk to her?
If you wouldn't mind, yes.
All right, it's right there. And she goes over and like knocks on the door. "Miss Velasco, that guy who made us food is here." And you just hear Miss Velasco like kind of scurrily just close the door, like she comes over real quick and she like opens the door and she's like, "Yes," and she like kind of scoots herself politely but hurriedly between you and the kitchen. I mean, you're standing in that open entryway, but she like doesn't want you anywhere near the kitchen.
Believe me, I have no intentions of cooking today.
Yes.
I have 3 children here who, were taken by Granny, which, was actually a hag. We rescued them, but they're scared to go back home because their families gave them away, and I didn't know where else to take them.
This is definitely the correct place. Thank you for bringing them here. I will do what I can to tend to them.
Yes.
Children. And she looks at him, she's just like, "Children, go upstairs, please." And the children just kind of, just listen to her kind of march upstairs.
Yes, apparently the Granny was a vile woman, turning children into the pies many towns so love.
Yes. It is unfortunate. There are so many who would willingly give their children for those pies. I don't understand it myself. I'm glad you were there to save them, though.
Yes, those, pies, once you have one, you become addicted. And that was part of her magic, to make money and get more children.
Dear, that is troubling.
Hopefully, no one else will be coming around selling pies for quite some time.
Well, there are 2 others. They come at different times, but I have seen 3 women peddling those carts around.
We were aware she was working with others, but I didn't know they would take shifts. That's troubling indeed.
Well, with any luck, perhaps the fact that you have eliminated one, the others will stay away. I would be a bit concerned. The town is a bit, shall we say, fanatical about those pies. And with the high tensions from yesterday's riots, I am concerned what ending that supply chain might do to the happiness of the people of Valaki.
Yes, that is troubling indeed.
Perhaps we can send him off somewhere else outside the city.
You're not there.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
With any luck, the lack of pie and willpower to avoid them will abate any damage henceforth. But as you say, they come in shifts, so maybe they'll just need to ration themselves for a while.
She just kind of shrugs and she says, well, I don't know that I'm comfortable with that thought. I will definitely be keeping the doors locked.
Yes, I would suggest
some time.
so, and if the women come by, do not give them children, please.
Oh, I have shooed them away many times.
Yes, I fear... I fear is not the word. I anticipate us being on the lookout for the other two, seeing as we've taken out one of their partners, they might be after us, so once we leave, maybe the town will be safe from any harassment on their part.
One could only hope. But I will tell of the tale of your heroism. All of you, all of your friends. We'll make sure everyone knows their names.
No, that's not a good idea.
Yes, maybe the revelation of evil magics and hags will persuade people to realize what they were doing was wrong.
One can only hope. Well, I have much to attend to. Is there anything else you need from me?
No, I just wanted to make sure they got somewhere safe. I do bid you a good day.
Oh, well. And she leaves. Goes back to work.
And I step outside.
And about the end of this conversation is when everybody meets up. So what do you guys want to do?
Was I successful at removing the gold from the gem?
I think by the time they're done talking, you're still walking.
Okay.
Is anybody doing? Because you guys are obviously going to swing by the farriers, and you're going to catch up with
Yeah, we'll pick a
Rosario.
rope.
Is there anything you guys want to do?
I'd only say that once we go check on Rosario, we should head to the church and find Irina.
Yeah.
She might be upset with our little deception about Yeska.
I think she'll be appreciative of giving her some information, though. Hopefully.
Yes, she might be upset until we tell her the full details, and then she'll understand.
Did anyone else want to come with me? I can get at least one other person there quicker on Fenrir.
I could go.
Okay. All right. So I will mount Fenrir and help Owen on.
Okay.
And then I guess we will move down to the church.
Okay. So you're swinging by Rosario, though. Okay, so
Yep.
I'm going to pan over to Rosario. You would arrive before they get there. Go ahead and give me, just give me a strength check. It's just going to be DC 10. Yeah, so you pop it out. What are you doing with it?
That's it. I'm gonna give the gold to Hella when she arrives.
Sure.
If I have any, probably don't have enough time. Okay, that's it. That's all I really have time for.
Okay. Are you sure?
if I have any extra time, I would work on the armor for Kiki.
Gotcha. I mean, there might be a couple minutes before they got there, but
Okay. So that's all I'll do. Well, after I hawk that out, I'll put it aside to get to Hela, and then while I wait, I'll work on the armor.
okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So everybody catches up. You guys get to the farrier. Is there anything you guys want to do before you go to the church? Just going to the church.
Yeah, I was taking Owen like straight to the church. So.
And Bard, Kiki, are you guys just kind of picking up Rosario and going?
Yeah, we'll pick up Rosario and let her know we should talk to Irina.
Yep.
Okay. So, Hela and Owen, you guys get there maybe a minute or two before.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I am going to make sure Fenrir is comfortable outside and tell Owen that I will meet him inside there, and we can talk to Hela together or Irina together.
Yeah, Owen will nod and head on inside.
Okay.
So you guys see Irina. She's in there helping talk. She's like helping clean up and whatnot.
Yep.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that everything went well.
Yeah.
The others will be quickly behind me. Let me give you a hand while we wait.
And kind of as that's going in, Hela will be walking in.
Okay. And Irina's just cleaning it. It sounds like Owen's just joining her.
Yeah, I will do the same there and help Irina and wait for the rest of the party to arrive.
So everyone else, you arrive. The three of them are just sitting in there cleaning.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I will walk in and I will just message Owen in his mind. Did you tell her?
If I'm able to respond back, I'll say in brief, yes.
Okay. How did it go?
I'm assuming Irina probably would have understood what I was getting at, or what Owen was getting at.
Oh, you just told her about the hag. I think Kiki was asking, did you tell her about Vasily?
Oh no, I just meant the hag.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of us is the most charismatic? Perhaps you should tell her.
3 of us are really charismatic.
Charismatic, yes.
Jeez.
I may not. I'm really charismatic. I'll be more straight, blunt to the point, and may not come across so nice.
I will take lead.
Yes.
Irina, we have much to discuss with you.
Oh, is everything all right?
I will say we fear for your safety.
Why is that?
Vasily is not all he seems to be.
Oh, I say, he is quite the man, isn't he? Not common here in these parts.
We have strong suspicions that he is actually Strahd in disguise.
What? No, that can't be. Vasily is wonderful. Strahd is a brute.
Well, we've met his butler before, and he is Strahd's butler. When we first arrived to this land, he was his servant, and we met him outside of his cursed house, and we know it's him.
Yes, of course, but didn't you hear Vasily say that he was going to Ravenloft? He had business. Of course, Rahadin was here to pick him up.
He's But his butler has been there the past few days.
He also referred to him as master.
I don't believe I heard. I didn't hear him say that. And she kind of looks around at each of you, looking for
When
confirmation.
he tried to get you last night, he said the master and you were busy.
He wouldn't let us in there.
Okay, the bard, give me a persuasion check with advantage. Whoops. Ben Rear, you're such a big block of manliness.
Yep.
Hold
There you
on
go.
a second.
Move him out of the way for you.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Can we assist as well, or is that not how it works?
I suppose that actually would have been at disadvantage, wouldn't it?
Because you didn't trust me
Because
on it.
I'm trying to think about, like, the logic is weirding me out for some reason right now. You have advantage because everyone's working with you.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think. It's a concept of does she believe you
Yeah.
or not, right? And so
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which way is. I think it's with disadvantage is what I want to do. I think I should have given disadvantage because the group is saying. So I'm gonna give her disadvantage. We will all roll a second.
Oh.
Just flip it, eh? So she looks at you and she's just like, I think that must have been a misunderstanding. I, as you recall, and she kind of pulls she reveals the bite marks on her neck, and she's like, I have had my own dealings with Strahd, and Vasily is nothing like him.
Our other suspicions come from Owen. He used his senses, and he sensed great evil amongst Rahadin, the servants, and Vasily himself.
I don't doubt Rahadin, but is it possible, Owen, that the sense you were using, that Rahadin's, it could have influenced that somehow? Vasily being so close to him? That was to you, Owen.
Oh, sorry. Ask that again.
So she says, is it possible that that sense that you did, that Rahadin being so close to Vasily, that it just interfered and you got the wrong message?
I wish it were true. But I think I plainly saw it from all of them.
Okay. Owen, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion.
Oh, you did keep low. Oh, no, never mind.
What?
I'm reading it wrong. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah. Okay, so she's like, I don't understand. He's so wonderful.
Have you thought it might ever be a ruse to gain your trust, lure you in, drop your safeguards, and make you become vulnerable to give in to him willingly?
That certainly is something Strahd would do, but Vasily has been known in these parts for some time. I have spoken to many townsfolk.
How long has Vasily been around?
I don't know, honestly. I know
Do you
many years.
think, the possibility, no matter how slim, Strahd and Vasily may be the same person? Vasily manipulating the system from the inside so he can gain access, gain information.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Naturally, she's rolling low for everybody except for the
Yeah,
bard.
right.
The bard, yes. Yes.
My kind face
Oh, man.
was not enough this time.
Yeah.
I know. It's so. Well, yeah. So she, she starts to. You guys get the sense that she's really starting to kind of question, like she's believing what you're saying, and she's starting to consider it. But that it might take time for her to kind of fully process.
Kiki will say to her, she'll just put her hand on her hand and say, "We say this because we care about you, and your safety is important to us. If you feel you need to keep spending time with him, even if he is Strahd, I suppose one of the safest things for you would to be with him. Just know to be on your guard and be safe, okay? That's what we care about."
She kind of is just considering the words. She's not really responding, not because she's in like shock or anything. She's just trying to take it all in and consider things, and she's like recalling events and whatnot. And she's like, well, if Vasily really is Strahd in disguise, I don't want to be anywhere near him. I don't want to be near that monster. But it just seems... You see, Strahd had no... He did not stop. When he wanted me, he charmed me, and he had his way with me. Vasily, he did nothing of the sort. He was a gentleman. All night, he left me alone, let me sleep. It does not make sense. I need time to think about this.
Understood. We just wanted to let you know our suspicions. Because if we didn't tell you and things went awry, I don't know if we could withstand our guilt.
I think is what he's trying to say is your blood would be on our hands for not letting you know.
Well, I do appreciate you letting me know. And I hope you understand. I don't want to be here any longer. If you don't mind, I would prefer to accompany you on your quests.
We can accommodate that. The thing we struggle with is trying to figure out where we can keep you safe.
Well, I thought Ismark, and she kind of starts to well up a little bit. She's like, Ismark, he told me Valaki would be safe. There is nowhere else. So at this point, I believe the safest place is with you. All of you.
We would love to believe that would be true, but he's already taken 2 of our friends from us.
She says, well, it's true, and I don't want to upset you, but someone robbed the graves the other night, and their bodies are no longer here.
What?
I apologize for not bringing it to you sooner. I did not want to upset you, but after Rose and Antonio fell, it was the very next night I came out and was attending to duties, helping Yeska, and their bodies were gone.
That is troubling indeed.
Sure hope Strahd didn't take them. Bastard.
I can't think of anyone else who would want to do that but him. To toy with us.
She just kind of like her sadness is like starting to turn a little bit to anger. You guys can kind of see that in her face.
Yep.
And she's just like, well, there's little more we can do about it here.
Yes.
Shall we set out?
I think that would be a wise thing. I do think I know where a place we can go for the time being. Maybe even what might be the safest place for now, at least.
And where might that be?
A mutual friend of ours and the Bards.
She's just kind of looking around because she doesn't know who you're talking about. So she's like looking around, like waiting for an answer.
Octavio.
Yes.
So
There
a
is,
sign about him. He was wanted, isn't he?
He was wanted by Vargas.
I will explain more along the way outside of town.
Very well. And she's willing to head out with you guys if you're willing to head out.
Okay, and his tower was west, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Kiki will just message into Owen's mind. She'll say, "Are we making the right choice? We know he's vindictive."
I cannot tell. I hope we are.
Yeah.
Are you gonna press that, Kiki, or do you?
I'll be right back.
Well, yeah, she's trying to get feedback.
What language? What language was that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Preparations are gone. I just realized that's probably going to be that'll get around. I'll have to figure out how to fix the languages on that. So that meaning apparently it's giving the party all languages. So I'm gonna have to. I'll fix it.
Okay. Okay.
That was a thank you for finding that actually. Hey, so are you guys? Sorry, I forgot. I know I just barely asked Cindy. Did you want to bring Irina? Were you still pressing to try and convince the party to leave her behind?
Yeah. Kiki feels like it would be best to not incur Strahd's wrath if our suspicions are correct. So yeah, she's kind of pushing that. It's probably better not to take her with us, at least right now.
Does anybody have any disagreement, agreement? What are you guys thinking?
I kind of out of character. I do think that'll be right for now a smart move. If things further develop, I do think we could come back and get her. I think if it is Strahd, then he won't willingly hurt Irina.
I just don't think we're strong enough to protect her right now, honestly, is what Kiki will say. And he's shown he's not going to hurt her. So it's probably best to stay here. The thing is, it's up to her because she doesn't want to feel safe. But I just feel like it would be shooting ourselves in the foot to take her away.
I mean, it's sad to say, but the best protector for her is actually Strahd.
Yeah, I agree with that. As much as I'd like to take her with us and keep her safe, we can't.
But
There's
he did task us with protecting her as well. Perhaps we should bring her back to his place.
Does anyone have a way that Irina can get a hold of us if things start going sideways, or she does feel?
You do. Your specific character, you can make what's it called?
Sending stone.
Your character has that ability. This is metagaming, by the way.
Only if you took that
This
spell.
character, that was
I don't
Antonio.
have anything. Yeah.
I no, the hex thingy. Yeah, you
X
do.
thingy?
No,
Hex?
I'm all about damage.
Antonio had the ability to create items, and one of them was a sending stone.
No,
Yes.
not a sending stone. This, unless you don't have it.
Friggin' Strahd killing Antonio when he could have been useful. Just kidding.
Don't you have
we
that?
should take a vote.
Nope.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Say yay for taking Irina with us and nay for leaving her here. And of course, I wouldn't be saying this in front of her.
So it's not a character question, and kind of.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can, to expedite it, you guys can just have the conversation real quick. It can just be telepathically. Kiki's relaying information and all that stuff.
It's up to you guys. To be completely honest, we can bring her with her. She's probably a very strong fighter, and Strahd will not let anything happen to her. Or we can drop her back off at his place, where she would be most safe, but at the same time drop her out at her place where we just said, by the way, he's Strahd. So it's up to you guys. It's either keep her with us, keep her away from Strahd, or we keep her here where Strahd can just come and pick her up. Because don't forget what the orphan. Well, we were part of the orphanage one. Are we starting in character or outside of character? If we're talking in character, we're not going to know what happened there. Okay, so the other thing is we just killed the one hag. The other two are going to come after us. How do we know she's not going to come after Irina?
Yeah. We don't.
And he did task us with protecting her before he left, if you recall.
Yep.
Maybe we get Irina in on the plan about playing the part to keep Strahd's eye off of us.
Yeah.
Well, let's head to your friend's place.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say, and tell her, if he's focused on you, we can get the items to vanquish him.
Maybe that'll be the smart thing: is keep Strahd occupied on her, so we can get what we need to just come back and destroy him.
Yeah, just be honest with our plans.
Sounds like a good idea.
Hey. So you guys are heading out?
I think, we'll take Irina back to Vasily's. Let her in on the plan that she needs to stay here to keep Strahd occupied so we can become strong enough to destroy him.
Okay. So she'll refuse to go to Vasily's, but she'll stay at the church.
Yeah, yes, staying in town, so that way he could contact you, and maybe just putting up a facade of helping Yeska
Liking him.
all the time. You know, the church requires your attention. That way he doesn't suspect that we are trying to ascertain things to defeat him.
We will return for you, we promise.
She's just kind of like nodding. You know, she's not happy with the decision, but she understands. So, but she agrees, and she tells you guys that she'll just stay at the church. Hey. So you guys are heading out?
Hey.
I think so. I think we're going to go see our friend Rictavio.
Before we head up to his, can we drop by the blacksmith to pick up a shield?
Sure. Yeah, you can. You can. Let's see. You want to be on not that map. You want to be on this map. So when you guys get about here, you see a road, right? That turns south a little bit.
Okay, and
And,
probably down here.
Nope. You see right around here, there's actually a little house that's just off to the side.
Yep.
And it looks a lot like this scene that I have to go pull up.
I love it.
Okay. Activate. Looks like this.
Ah, real forge.
Yeah.
Sure.
Look at that.
Ah, where is this man of this forge? I must meet him.
So he'll come out. His token hasn't been generated, so he's just hiding in the shadows. And he says,
I'm gonna raise up my arms and like, man, you have a magnificent forge. I've never seen anything in all of these lands as something as magnificent as this. This is so amazing.
yeah.
I'm gonna grip his hands. You know how guys like grab hands to test his strength.
Okay.
You know what is that movie called?
I mean, he's a blacksmith. He's got an iron grip.
What, the Beastmaster handshake?
No.
Stop
What
it.
the heck is it called? Well, we're both blacksmiths.
The kung fu grip.
No, what the heck is it?
Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
This one. Yeah. This one. This is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
You know, like, hey, bro.
That's Predator.
Yeah. Okay.
Predator.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. All right. So yeah, he does that, and I mean he's pretty strong.
True blacksmith. You must craft some fine things.
Those calloused hands must really do it for a turtle.
We're in search of a fine shield. Either if you have one crafted, if not, I can work on one. We just cannot continue our adventure without a shield.
So he
Does
looks
his
over and
shirt
says,
rip when he flexes?
"Oh my gosh."
Well, I don't have any shirt. Maybe his can rip. Grab hands. Would you like the grip? You look at each other. It's like, bro. And his shirt rips ever so slightly. And it's like, you are a true blacksmith.
Yeah. So he's just like, yeah, I got a shield. If you got money to pay for it.
How much for the shield?
Yeah, I gotta go look it up on D&D Beyond. Hold on a second. I gotta consult the fire. The fire tells me it's gonna be 20 gold.
Do you have anything of higher quality?
No.
And he holds up the shield, and it's it's a good shield. And he's like, "You saying this ain't good enough?"
No. I don't think that's what she's saying, but I'm just thinking, for the heroes of Valaki, surely the best quality is is what is expected, and I'm sure, what was it, 20 gold is a little much, perhaps, for the heroes of Valaki, something could be done about the price, and we could tell everyone about your renowned qualities and craftsmanship in exchange.
That's not what I'm saying. Because that'd be insulting his craftsmanship. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm not. That's not what I'm implying at all. 20 gold sounds like a very low price, because after all, we just spoke to what's his name? Sorry, what is Strahd's name?
Vasily.
Vasily. We just spoke with Vasily, and he stated that he equips all of his men with your equipment. Do you have anything of higher quality? Not as less quality as in this fine thing, but something of higher grade. That's what I'm referring to.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look at Kiki and like, Kiki, that gold that you have, may I please borrow some?
I'd be willing to push 10 gold your way.
Well, we got 75 from the old hag.
Yeah, we never
That's
gave it
true.
to.
We never
Yeah, we never donated it. So Kiki, can I please borrow some 20 gold from you?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the guy 20 gold.
He takes the gold and he hands you the shield. And for the heroes of Valaki, and he kind of looks over at Hela. He's like, I could put an H on it.
Okay.
You want an H?
No. I have my own symbol I wish to carve into it. A dragon type symbol.
An S? Like a snake?
No. More like scales, like a dragon.
We put some scales on it?
Yeah.
Alright, it'll be ready in about a week.
You have dragon scales? Where did you get these from?
I didn't say dragon scales, I said scales.
Ah. No, that's okay. I can work on that myself. I'll add some scales to it. But thank you very much for the offer.
Boy,
So is anyone else need to do some shopping here?
Tink, tink, tink.
Would you happen to have
No,
some
thank you.
arrows for sale?
Yeah, I got some arrows.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to buy 60 of them. Normally,
Like,
20 is 1 gold.
How much?
Yeah.
Okay. It's twice the price. So
Alright, so I'll give them 6 gold.
And did you want an H on those as well?
No, I'll be fine.
All right. Tink, 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 tink. Shh. I'm real good at H's. Tink, 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 tink. Okay. Anyway, all right. So you guys are. I'm assuming you guys are done here.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so you guys set out. We could either do. Well, do you guys have to go?
Yeah, I got
It is
work
end of
in 6
session.
hours.
Yeah, I got to be up early in the morning as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna leave you on a cliffhanger. Okay. And that's what we're gonna do. It's coming.
Do it.
So you guys are here.
I hate being left in cliffhangers.
And as you travel the road, the group is suddenly alerted to the sound of galloping. A horse must be approaching. That the mist has drawn close, and it's hard to make out the shapes in the obscuring gray.
Okay.
You see this in the distance. You see this undead horse with orange glowing eyes, skeletal figure, muscle falling off, and all manner of undead apparel, charging at you at full pace. And that's where we'll end session.
It's true.
Is this horse familiar?
Is it a familiar horse? You're asking if it's that one that you guys saw at the very beginning.
Yeah, the
yes?
one where
Yep.
the guy looked at me while I was invisible.
A great question for the start of next session.
Okay.
Did we level up at least?
No,
Come
you know
on.
not.
Oh.
Maybe next session.
There are specific points where you guys will level up.
I'm looking at my spell list, and I'm actually shocked I don't have one spell in here that I could get. But, oh well.
Okay, I'm off to bed.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.